CKRM.
It's a snowy Thursday. We're inside the cubicle corner of 12th and Rose, downtown Regina. Thank you. However, you are listening to us on this snowy day in Saskatchewan, whether it is on the mighty 620 CKRM, or if it's through a stream coming through in crystal clear FM quality, or maybe you're watching on YouTube. SportsCage Hat Day. It's Thursday. We're going to give one of those bad boys away later. Thanks again for making the time. We got 3 hours for you. Participate. Participation is the word of the day. 936-6262. It's the Prairieland Rentals text line. Prairieland Rentals. I've been telling you they're the official Husqvarna snow thrower dealer in the area, 600 Albert Street. Look at that snow out there. You need snowblower or snow thrower guy tonight. I tell you that much. They have them in stock while they last. They're the best. The warranties, everything. And then if you just need something to rent too, that's why they're called Prairieland Rentals, because they rent anything you need for that winter job. So 936-6262. We're going to get to reasons why you need to participate in a bit. All of our guests are going to join us on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline. Gift cards. That's what they have. For the gift exchange, for the Secret Santa, you need a gift card. Why not Western Pizza? Why wouldn't a guy or girl? And then if you're potluck guy or girl, you got to bring something. Show up with a wheel from Western's. Nothing wrong with that. Who's joining us on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline? JC Abbott from 3 Down Nation in about 10 minutes' time. We are going to have Arash Madani. We're going to have the SJHL Report with Benny Walchuk, where we'll give away one of these sharp hats. Glen Suitor. And we're going to talk to someone from Notre Dame as the Mandy Schwartz Memorial Hockey Tournament gets underway. We're going to talk female hockey there. So a lot to get to. On Thursdays, usually, the show's for Access Communications. My co-host is brought to you by Flooring Superstore, where I was in there yesterday.
Yeah.
And you talked about how you got some work done last week.
Yep.
They came in and did some work.
Yep.
I was in there yesterday, and being the holiday season, I thought it would be quiet.
Yeah.
They had people in there asking questions, getting stuff done, getting stuff out, sending guys to job sites. Busy.
It was busy, yeah. And you know what? They were, even when they were in my place, they said, where are we going next? Like the next job's already lined up. We're on the go. They did a great job. I was so impressed. And mostly the wife's happy. So obviously it worked.
The warden's happy.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's Sharky. If you're listening on the radio, you hear his sultry voice. If you're watching,
Hello,
he's there. He's not wearing his hat, though, today. Not wearing a SportsCage hat, but we do have our extreme hockey umbrella marketing.
Yes, we do. Yes.
Yetis.
Yeah, SportsCage Yetis.
Yetis are hot.
I love them
right now. Yetis are the way to go. All right, we have. It's been a week since you and I have chatted on the program.
Yes.
I want to talk about a few things. I want to get your take. Bo Levi Mitchell, JC Abbott's coming up from 3 Down Nation right away. Let's start first off with Trevor Harris signs with the Riders. Cody Fajardo signs with Edmonton. Davis Alexander signs an extension, although he was already signed.
Yeah, he's a good starter.
And so people are like, what's Bo Levi Mitchell going to do? He's 35. He's only 35. If Phillip Rivers is coming back, NFL, 35's young. But he signs today for the Deuce.
Yeah.
2 years.
You know what? It just tells you how hard it is to develop a quarterback. Like for a young quarterback to come in and be play ready, if you've got a guy that can play, and winning is now. Winning is not in 2 to 3 years. Winning is now all the time. So no pro teams going, we're going to build for the future. You're building to win now, right now, all the time. And so Bo Levi gives him that best chance. When I heard it today and saw it, I was like, that's a smart move by Hamilton, because there's nobody out there that's going to take his spot.
Isn't that one of the beauty things about the CFL? There's really no rebuild.
No.
Quarterback, you need a good quarterback.
You do.
You can't have a guy in jeans, Uncle Rico style back there slinging it and hope you're going to turn things around. But you got, okay, this guy didn't work out. That guy's on a 1-year deal. He's done. Let's sign him. Let's try and get him, right? There's no real long-term. It's a beauty part. Now the other news where JC Abbott's going to come in, and we'll talk to him more about it. CFL closes investigation into alleged Argonauts tampering with Riders coach Corey Mace. It was on 3 Down Nation today.
It'd be interesting to hear what he has to say about what took place. I think it was a call to a friend of a friend, or a query if he wanted to change or wanted to come back to the Big Smoke. I don't think it was an actual reach out. Not direct to Mace. No, it was a friend of a friend.
I don't know.
That's my guess. That's where I'm coming from.
So many things can kind of happen jokingly, or you could try and pawn it off as a joke.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like think about the 80s. We get Glen Suitor on later. Like you would have to pick up a rotary dial phone or a phone and call. Look, his name's not in his number's not in the phone book. He's unlisted. He must be a big shot. And then you'd have to call that guy and say, "Hey, so what are you doing this off season?" "Oh yeah, not bad. Yeah, no, how are things, wife and kids?" "Yeah. Oh yeah, no, things are good here. Wouldn't it be great if you played together?" But that's what
it is.
They say flirting nowadays is if you like someone's post on a social media, guy or girl, people consider that flirting. There's a lot of inappropriate text you see. I've been reading that. I started going into that Puff Daddy thing on Netflix yesterday. I'm gonna have to regroup because I kind of caught it, and the wife was watching. I was watching hockey. Speaking of that, someone's off the snide on their picks. We'll get to that sprinkle of the day. I was 0 for 9 in my last. Eric Francis and I had a funny text message back and forth last night. But then I'm like, Puff Daddy was wow. And 50 Cent is kind of doing he did the whole documentary thing. So Puffy's screwed. Screwed.
Yep,
but just the different, weirdness in that and his relationships and all that. But yeah, nowadays, there's people consider, flirting and where tampering is probably falls into that super gray area where you could probably try and go, "I didn't mean anything by that." Well, did you?
Hope you're happy in Saskatchewan. You looked great in double blue, right? If you ever want to come back, let us know.
Yeah. Screenshot of a house for sale on the cul-de-sac. Wouldn't this be? This house looks like something you would live in.
Yeah, boy, that flirting thing, that's thrown me off.
Yeah. See, now you're worried. Now you're going through your phone.
How many people like anything I post? Yeah. I don't even have anybody flirting with me.
Big hunting guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, hey, to deep dive on and going down rabbit holes on things, it's really weird. But I think what do I think really happened in this? I think it was an inappropriate
communication. It was a like you say, a text or a response or a congratulations,
and ballsy on the Argos for thinking that he would entertain it. That's like deep V-neck guy that's seen better days trying to pick up the absolute dime. It's like
wheeling into the club,
shoot your shot, but that ain't happening, brother. So I think that there was something there. Will we ever know? That's the other thing with the 3 down nations, and JC's going to have to clear this up. I think it's a travesty where it says the matter is now closed. CFL representative wrote in a statement to 3 Down Nation, as per CFL policy, the league does not announce discipline involving teams or staff. I don't like that.
Well, it's a really small league. And it's a really small group.
Don't do stupid stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do stupid stuff. But it's a really small group. So, yeah. I mean, everybody knows. There's no secrets in the CFL. It's not like somebody's doing something that somebody else has no idea about. There's way too much communication within it.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to talk to JC. The other thing that we are, I'm actually curious to get your take on this. What's your take on Phillip Rivers? 44 years old.
It goes back to my conversation about a good starting quarterback. That tells me that Indianapolis doesn't trust anybody in their system enough that they got to go find a guy that's wheeling around his grandchild, taking it to the park, and one of his other 21 kids, and bringing him back as a quarterback.
I don't care if you don't have somebody in your stable. There's not anybody out there I need
Well,
to
you
see.
saw Cam Newton was upset they didn't call him.
I need to see how this plays out as a Patriots fan. Cam Newton was there. Cam Newton stunk.
Yeah.
And then people are like Colin Kaepernick. Did you watch Colin Kaepernick that last season he played, whenever that
It was
was?
terrible. Yeah.
He was junk. Like, he was absolute junk.
And maybe Colin Kaepernick didn't pick up the phone. Maybe Colin Kaepernick said, "No, I'm not interested. I'm too busy fighting the world."
Yeah, he Seward himself in a lot of respects. You can go and read stories. And,
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, man,
Maybe Phillip Rivers called them.
Now we got to see him play. Like, we got to see him play. Phillip Rivers.
It goes back to, it's really, really hard to develop a quarterback if you have somebody that can stand in there and throw, make reads.
Kenny.
Yeah. Well,
He always had that like weird sidearm release too.
but they're trusting that more than anything else.
And then today, we are going to get after it.
Okay.
We had a massive debate here. Colson, Curtis, Teagan, everybody involved in the show. Dave Thomas was so fed up with us, he just went on holidays. Last year, we did our bracket for Christmas songs.
I remember that.
Let It Be Christmas by Alan Jackson, that one. Like, came out of nowhere.
You'd have to go
Like,
back to
probably
where's
like
the
a
black
9
book?
or
Do
10
we have it in the black
seed.
book?
So then we thought
Colson's on
we
it.
had a debate, and we were having a debate about food.
Okay.
Christmas Eve supper or Christmas Day supper, whatever your family does.
Yeah.
What are the staples in Sasky? In Saskatchewan? What are the must-haves? And then we all started debating. Everybody's family is a little bit different, but there were a couple of
Automatic.
consistence. Yeah, autos on both ends. So we're going to we might have an eight-team bracket.
Okay.
8-food bracket. And really see in Saskatchewan.
Are we going main course and dessert?
Yes, dessert can be thrown if it
Should we not have a 2 bracket?
whatever the must is.
An A
What's
league, a
your
B league?
must? No. It can be. Like, if you show up to Christmas, and for us on Christmas Eve, we eat Oriental food because Mom doesn't want to cook anymore, and there's only a few of us. So but then there's a dessert that has to happen. Mm-hmm. So then we throw the dessert in there. That's where we're going to get to. We're going to get to bottom of this. We got it. Because I'm sick of arguing with everybody, and everyone's saying this and that, and it's Sasky, though.
I'm really going to throw this off because my stuff's different.
See?
Yeah.
That's where you can get weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a sports cage. Sharky's in. We're going to go to break here. When we come back, we're going to be joined on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline by JC Abbott from 3 Down Nation.
It was Let It Be Christmas, by the way, who won last year.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you
Alan
go.
Jackson. Still a good
Wow.
tune. It's no hard candy Christmas, but it's a damn good tune. It's a sports cage. We'll be right back. Welcome back for Access Communications. Sharky's here. He's for Flooring Superstore.
Very happy customer.
CFL news now. Let's go out on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline. We talked about it. If you got a gift exchange or a potluck, think Western Pizza this season, holiday season. JC Abbott is joining us from 3 Down Nation. Little known fact, JC Abbott and I have never spoken until right now. This is inaugural twirl. How's it going out there, JC? You should see the snow that's coming down in downtown Regina. Like, it is coming down, and it's minus 30 with the wind chill. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel great that I'm living out here in BC. It's a little foggy outside, a little chilly, but there's no snow, so I'm happy with that decision.
I talked to a guy that's up in Whistler today. He said down the mountain. I've never been to Whistler.
Neither have I.
He said it's been raining for like 10 days straight. In Vancouver, like, roads are closed.
In the valley, it's been flooding recently. I'm right on the water. I can see the American border. I can see Mount Baker in Washington State. I can see the ocean out of my front door. It's been more foggy and a light drizzle for us out here. But the valley's been hit pretty hard.
Oh, that's making me jealous for starters.
Not me.
All right, we brought you on here. Story came out this morning. I read it. And I'm like, oh, we got to get him on. CFL closes the investigation into alleged tampering by the Argonauts with the Riders. What can you tell us? What did you find out, JC?
Well, the facts that we know about this case are fairly simple. There was an investigation into the allegations that the Toronto Argonauts tampered with Corey Mace, that they reached out to him regarding their head coach position without first getting express written permission from the Saskatchewan Roughriders shortly after the Grey Cup in November. The league investigated, and they have closed that investigation. The CFL says that they do not disclose whether there's any punishments handed out to teams or personnel in these situations, and the Toronto Argonauts declined to comment when asked if there was any punishments handed out. So whether there was a fine or some sort of punishment is unclear at this time. A lot of people are going to speculate that this is connected to the fact that John Murphy, the assistant general manager, is not brought back in Toronto. I want to be very clear here. We do not know that these two things are connected. This is a 5-13 football team. They very well could have been making those decisions in their front office for entirely different reasons. All we know is the investigation right now is closed.
Okay, Sharky didn't think it was odd. I think it's odd that CFL doesn't disclose any discipline. For the casual fan, is that the norm? Are you cool with that?
I'm not cool with that. It's certainly what the norm has been, or what at least what the CFL policy is when it comes to team or league punishments. Although they do occasionally break those conditions, right? When there's salary cap violations, they let that be known to the public. When they're taking away draft picks, that is informed. But in these lesser situations, very rarely do we get to see what happens behind the curtains. I think the same could be said a few years ago with the Chad Kelly lawsuit situation, right? That was all tied up from a player perspective with a suspension. We don't know if any punishments were handed down to the Argonauts or if they got a slap on the wrist or anything like that, because the league doesn't reveal that information. Personally, I think if Commissioner Stuart Johnston is committed to his vision of transparency, as he has said in the past, this is something that needs to happen. Fans need to know when there's a situation that it's being properly dealt with.
Thank you. That was going to be my follow-up right there. Yeah.
Okay, so here's my question to you. How big does Toronto think their britches are that they can go after the coach that just won the Grey Cup and had just signed a contract extension that somehow they're going to be that much sweeter an environment to go to?
Shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Shoot your shot.
What do they think of themselves? Like, tell me.
Well, I think it's a valid thing to shoot your shot, as you just said, right? When you want to be the best, you go after the best. And I think there was a conversation at that time that it would not have just been Corey Mace as head coach of the Toronto Argonauts. They would have potentially added on an additional title, whether that be actual GM or assistant GM, co-GM, whatever the structure would have been. It would have had a football operations title, which would have been accompanied by a promotion and potentially a pay raise. Now, Corey Mace has indicated he's not really interested in being a GM at this point in his career. I think it was unwise for the Argonauts to make this advance if they, in fact, did do what they are alleged to have done. But you go after the best. I mean, look, Saskatchewan did it less than a decade ago when they went after Chris Jones on the eve of him winning a Grey Cup with Edmonton, right?
Where are you finding this old garbage from? Where is this old news, fake news coming from?
Do you think... I don't know what it was. Sharky's thinking that it was an indirect.
I'm thinking it was an indirect.
Total speculation on what we're thinking. I think there's something there. Do you feel that this is maybe more common than we think?
I think in general, tampering, whether it's exposed or not, is fairly common in the CFL, and it's almost unavoidable to a point, right? This is a 9-team league. Everyone has worked with everybody. The players, there's like 10 agents that represent the entire league. They represent the coaches too. Like conversations are happening behind the scenes, whether they're official or unofficial or inferences, all of which is illegal under the tampering policy. But they do occur. Now, whether punishments come down for this frequently, with this league policy, we don't know the full details. What I can tell you is I did the research. The last time somebody was fined for tampering with a coach was 2011. That was the Toronto Argonauts getting fined for poaching Chris Jones, the defensive coordinator, away from Calgary. Jim Barker was the GM in Toronto at the time. Scott Milanovich was the head coach. That was just $5,000 that they were fined for. They've since beefed up the policy since then. It can be a fine of up to $50,000, a loss of a first-round draft pick now. But it's interesting that it's been more than a decade since any official fine has been handed down for tampering.
Again, I don't think it was a direct reach out and said, we want you to come be the head coach of the Toronto Argonauts. I think it was congratulations. You still look great in double blue. I think it was that sort of reach out, or
you thought it was a different guy,
right? Like reaching out to his agent, congratulate Corey, right? Tell him he looked great in double blue. Yeah. I think that's the sort of scenario it was, and that's why I think it's not being brushed under the rug, but just forgot about.
Maybe we'll find out one day. While we have you here, I want to ask you a couple other CFL things. Bo Levi, 2 years. Did that come as a surprise? Did you think it would be a year by year?
No, I think 2 years is a good deal, right? Bo Levi Mitchell deserves to get paid, right? He took less after all the struggles that he had, and he's been fantastic the past 2 seasons. Twice a finalist for MOP, 2 times over 5,000 yards. He has not shown any signs of slowing down, and I think if you've got a chance to lock up a franchise quarterback like that, you do it, and you do it for 2 years. There's no reason to take it 1 year at a time. He gets knocked for being an older guy because he did have that period of his career when he struggled with those injuries. But in the big scheme of things, he's not as old as Zach. He's not as old as Trevor, right? He's sort of in the middle of the pack when it comes to quarterback ages, and I think he's got more in the tank.
I agree with you. I think it's a great move by Hamilton, and I think it's a sign how hard it is to develop and get a young quarterback up to speed. The only one that's really impressed that's come on is Alexander out of Montreal, but everybody else has taken a while to get ramped up to the point where you're really happy with what they're doing.
Yeah, it's a long-term process with those quarterbacks. And Taylor Powell, I think a lot of people think that he is a guy who could potentially start in the CFL, but it's been a few years now, and I don't think they see anything from him that would force out an MOP finalist, right? They might like him a lot. We'll see what happens with his contract negotiations, as he is a pending free agent, and frankly might be the best remaining free agent quarterback available on the market because everybody else has re-signed. Somebody may want to take a shot at him as the next guy, but at this point, there is nothing guaranteed. You stick with a proven commodity in Bo, who is playing at the top of his game.
Okay, with that, I'll ask you, who do you think is coming back in the fold? We got Harris and Stevens. Who do you think? Do you think Cohen and Mayer are both back in Saskatchewan? What's your gut say?
I don't have a real read on the quarterback situation in Saskatchewan. I think Jake Mayer is as good a backup quarterback as you'll find anywhere in the CFL. Now, I was fairly low on him as a starter, but he was a competent guy when he had the reins in Calgary, and he took them to the playoffs. That can't be ignored. I think if Trevor went down for an extended period of time, it's nice to have a guy like Harris. Cohen, I think, has potential, but are you ready to move on and take away that security blanket in order to give him a bigger opportunity? To me, that's a big ask for a guy who's yet to prove himself. I'd try and keep him around as that fourth guy. I'd spend the money to stick him on the one game if it didn't anger the PA too much for another year. But you can't trade in security at that position. And we know whether it's 2 games or whether it's 10 games, at some point you're going to need your backup quarterback in the CFL.
I agree 1,000%. I think
everybody's
it's a great move.
agreeing with kind of what he said. It's like, well, we're not really super confident yet. And
no, I mean, like you say, it's a great opportunity or great option at backup quarterback. You're going to need him for a game or two somewhere. He brings a lot of experience to it. Then we go to Trey Ford. Where does Trey Ford land? What crystal ball do you have for him?
Winnipeg.
Well, I think there's a couple of options. I think it makes a lot of sense to put him in a place where, there is a Canadian ratio connection. Could he land in BC? Now, this is not insider info as the Vancouver guy. I have not had this conversation with the Lions because obviously that would be tampering at this stage. But if you've got
$5,000, if you know it anymore,
Not a big deal.
If you've got Nathan Rourke as your quarterback and he's a mobile guy, it makes sense to have a backup who is Canadian, because then you don't have to change your ratio if he goes down. They tried to do that the first time around with Michael O'Connor back in 2022. Ford, I think, is a very different type of QB than O'Connor was, but you can do some interesting things with him, and I don't think they are thrilled with the two guys that have their contracts expiring here in terms of their backup quarterbacks, Jeremiah Mazzoli and Chase Bryce. Mazzoli's a great leaguer. I don't know that he has what it takes to be a quarterback in the CFL anymore. And Bryce has been given his opportunities. They've waited around for 3 years, and he hasn't shown enough to be handed the reins as the primary backup. To me, that would be an option. I think Winnipeg is also an option, because they're going to have to move on from Zach at some point down the line. And they've got Taylor Elgersma in the pipeline, who is also a Canadian. So those are options that make a lot of sense. And if Hamilton loses Taylor Powell as their primary backup, I mean, that would be sort of a homecoming for Trey Ford, as it were, if he ended up out there, a kid from Niagara Falls. I see that as a potential option as well.
Okay. All right. JC Abbott from 3 Down Nation is joining us. And then I want to leave you just on your thoughts on the reports Montreal releasing linebacker Darnell Sankey.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense from a team building standpoint. That's not a shot against Sankey. He's been a fantastic middle linebacker, an all-star caliber guy on that defense, a true leader. But you have Jeffrey Canton-Arku, who is a first-round pick from 2 years ago, highly productive in a rotational role. I think if you look at the grading, if you trust Pro Football Focus or whatever, somebody who on a play-by-play basis has one of the highest grades of any linebacker in the league and has certainly made an impact as a situational pass rusher. He's ready for his opportunity. And by making that a Canadian spot and extending him early for a contract that's, I'm sure going to get him paid nicely, but isn't going to destroy your bank account, I think you set yourself up better as a team with a more flexible ratio, the ability to play some Americans in other spots. That was always the plan in my mind when they drafted Canton-Arku, and I think this is the fruition of that.
Cool. All right. Well, your proximity to the border there, then, does that automatically make you a Seahawks fan?
It does not. I grew up a Green Bay fan, okay. Just because I loved watching Favre play when I was a kid. Now he's perhaps colored my opinion of him a bit in the years since then, but I still have a little bit of a candle for Green Bay.
I was going to say, if you're a Seattle fan, maybe go down and watch Old Man Rivers. If he gets in the lineup this weekend, yep. That'll be interesting. JC, thanks so much for taking some time today, shedding light on that. That was great, and we'll catch up again for sure. Thanks
for having me on, guys. It was a pleasure.
Right on. Thanks. 3 Down Nation, CFL insider JC Abbott joining us on the Western Pizza guest hotline.
I think, everybody wants to know more. Like, nobody wants to be going,
you think we'll find out more?
No, it's done.
No, I think it's done. Sink ships, and people are sinking ships.
It's done.
Everywhere.
It's finished. There's nothing there. Move on.
All right. Hey, I got to throw this out. Darren.
What do you got?
Darren on the YouTube chat. I saw it there. Hold on, let me pull it up.
I see it.
He gets the assignment.
Yeah.
Darren gets the assignment. What's going on?
He does.
First off, he's listening from Spokane, Washington.
Appreciate that.
He said, sounds like a cold one in Regina.
It is. It's a little chilly.
It is snowing sideways, Darren, and it's cold, and the snow just keeps piling up.
It's gross. Yeah.
I'm painting the picture. Drive safe if you're out there. Any accidents, anything you want us to report, 936-6262. But Darren says, as we get to our brackets, here's our first votes. Colson, write them down. Cabbage rolls and pierogies better be on the Christmas meal list.
Those were automatics.
Are they, though?
They are. I don't.
Cabbage roll, halapshi?
Yeah, I do.
Petaha for sure.
Petaha for sure.
So,
but
because that's mine.
Everybody likes the cabbage roll.
My mom makes the mushroom sauce.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I could bring you some back.
I'd like
Maybe
that.
I smuggle some back out of the alphabets after Christmas. It is the best part about the mushroom sauce and the pierogies at Mom's is when you would bring in like, a new girlfriend or new boyfriends for my sisters, and then now it's my nieces and nephews, and they're all bringing new Johnny Come Latelys or
Strangers,
girls in, and then they're like, oh yeah, pierogies, yeah, I love pierogies, and it's like, hey, wait till you try Baba's mushroom sauce, and then it's just like, oh wow. So that's where turkey take a seat for me. If I only get one, my vote's pierogi. So we got a pierogi vote, we got a cabbage roll vote. I haven't checked the Prairie Land Rentals text line, but what's the staple? What do you have to have at Christmas? And it can be a sweet. I think somebody texted in shortbread cookies.
Yeah, shortbread cookies.
I'm not
are
taking
good.
shortbread cookies over pierogies personally.
No, but at the end of the day,
I don't even know if I got a sweet
with a nice
Christmas.
port. Yes. Little after drink,
fancy,
little after dinner drink,
sophisticated.
a little aperitif.
Nah,
Yes.
Give me a lager. Put a hair on my chest. Yeah. Okay.
Hasn't worked so far. I don't know why you're getting another one.
I don't know. Some people might say ham, but some people like a honey ham.
I like a nice ham. Yeah. I'm a big seafood guy at Christmas.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it the Ukrainians used to be when I was back in the day when we were hardcore? It was like they ate meatless dishes or something on Christmas Eve. That was load up carb day for this guy. It was pierogi and cabbage rolls. Get everything else away from me. Borscht. I can do a borscht.
Yeah, I don't have borscht on the Christmas list.
No, borscht would not making top 8.
No, not.
Not
I don't know if it would
mine.
make top 8 of any particular event.
There's some people out there that watch the Kenora and Yorkton people start flying in here.
I love when they chime in.
What about a Kubasa? Where's Kubasa going to rank?
Let's get the shishlicki.
Nah. Not a massive fan.
See, I am.
Personally.
Yeah.
936-6262, Prairie Land Rentals text line. There, I'll get to this. There's a suite that I knew someone was going to send in. I knew that was coming.
Is it my favorite?
We'll find out.
All right.
After the break, it's the Sports Cage streaming, watching through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com. Welcome back. Sharky's here. Here we go. Prairie Land Rentals text line. You can send it in on YouTube as well. I love it. You guys get it. We might give something away today to everybody that texts in, just because they're getting the ball rolling. So we got to have Colson. We got to have seeds. Like our top seeds got to be obviously
The
whatever's
number
going
one,
to get
the fan
most
favorite today.
Vote. And pierogies is leading.
Right now, it's out in front.
Take
without
a
a doubt.
seat, turkey. Pierogies and cabbage rolls, Dano says, and for dessert, scruffles. Oh,
Heck are scruffles.
I don't. So we can't use that. We're going cabbage rolls and pierogies for him too. But so you can't be both. Like it's got to be one. Like what's the one thing? If you only could have one.
You're saying pierogies and cabbage rolls can't be one item. They got to be.
They're
they gotta be
separate.
Split.
That's like saying a hamburger and a chicken burger. Different.
That's true. I think that's our 1 and 2 seeds right now, though.
It is. Dean says, I knew this was going to come up. Nanaimo bars.
Yeah, that would be a popular one. Not for me personally.
I don't like them.
I don't like them
They
either.
make me think of funerals as a kid. Used to go to funerals.
Like egg salad sandwiches with the crust cut
gross.
off. Yeah.
What do they have over there? Nanaimo bars. I'm out. Dean. And then Dan. Another Dan in Regina. Dan. Don't take this the wrong way, Dan. I think you're sick in the head. Pot of gold chocolates.
Oh.
Dan, come on. Do you eat them all? Like, do you, without that roadmap too, that is pot of gold roulette is not a game I want to play. You get that one that's like, what is that, orange? What was that?
The orange wasn't bad. It was some of those other ones with some liquid things inside.
I know.
What's that cherry doing in there from the 60s?
I don't know, Dano. I don't know, buddy.
Peanut butter marshmallow squares.
Here's Roscoe.
Okay.
Roscoe.
About time, Roscoe.
Yeah, I knew this was going to come. No, you can't send in your whole list. You can't.
Look at that.
He literally
got a
just
whole
send
menu.
in everything that he's eating at Christmas. Roscoe, send in your must. If someone had a gun to your head and said you only can have one thing this Christmas, it might be the sweet. It might be something sweet. What is the one thing? Okay, so get us back. Nah, man, this is up your alley.
What do we got?
My brother and brother-in-law like this. Pickled herrings.
Not such a big fan.
No?
No.
I got to sit at the other end of the table if someone's eating that.
No, not such a big fan. I like the shrimp ring. I like when the shrimp ring comes out.
Have I ever told you this? You know what Studenettes is?
No.
Head cheese?
Oh, yeah. I know what head cheese.
My mom still makes it.
Really?
It like the big pot comes out, pig's feet, and makes the gelatin. And my brother and brother-in-law, and then there's always some newbie that has to have some head cheese. And then they usually pay them. They'd be like, hey, Roman, or they pay my boy, hey, I'll give you $10 each if you have some Studenettes. My daughter will do it for sure. But I ate head cheese as a kid, vinegar and pepper on it.
Still couldn't do it, eh?
No, I did.
Oh.
Like, I did. Like, my dad, like, come on, Dad. What were you thinking? But Studenettes, also known as head cheese, they're definitely not making the top 8. But
Have you ever had tomato aspect?
No. No. I don't know what that is.
It's like a chilled tomato salad. Like tomato juice.
No, come on, man.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying you got to put it in the list. I'm just saying it's a thing. Like some people like the jellied salad.
Somebody's wife demands chicken hearts. Not making the list.
No, not even on the top 75.
Captain Harvey was the pickled herring fellow.
Yeah, he's out too.
But we might get Dan and Captain Harvey together if they're going to go
Head cheese and pickled herring.
Pickled herrings and chicken hearts.
Yeah.
You guys sit together at the table and then don't call us in the...
Probably drinking 5-star straight.
Let's do SJHL Report here, Colson. Oh, like whenever you're ready. We're going to give away a hat, and we know Benny's gonna have some food. He's gonna have a vote.
Yeah.
The one people, like, look at all these text messages. The one thing, just the one thing. So far, top seed Sasky of course pierogies. Second seed would be cabbage rolls.
Right now, yes.
We don't even have turkey.
Turkey has not got a vote yet.
Stuffing. There we go.
Oh, stuffing should get a good stuffing.
Stuffings, and we can throw gravy in there.
Do you like your cranberries out of the?
No cranberries.
What do you mean
Get lost.
no cranberries?
Cranberries. Put that with the box of pot of gold. No deal. SJHL Report.
Time now for the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League Report with Benny Walchuk on the SportsCage. The SJHL Report is brought to you by Chad Reach, Senior Wealth Advisor, GP Financial Services, and Aviso Wealth. If you need a second opinion on your retirement plan, Chad and his local team are available for a no-obligation meeting.
So,
where's the stash?
You've had head cheese. You've had Studenettes. Do you like Studenettes?
Actually, a guy in town is actually making it today, so fresh Studenettes coming up in the next couple of days.
Yeah, so here's the story. Here's the rub. We got nothing but time. So my mom and dad used to make it when I was in high school.
Okay.
And when that big silver pot would come out, I clued in after grade 8 because it stunk up the whole house. You're boiling pig's feet. It's so gross. And your jacket and clothing going to high school stunk. You stunk so bad. So I figured it out. Probably like grade 9, 10. I got to hide all my good clothes in the garage for this 24-hour
smoking darts out by your clothes.
It's unbelievable. And then we just had a Scott just said head cheese is gross, man. My dad used to love it. Yeah. So what would be your one thing, Benny? Your one thing out there in Melville?
Pierogies, probably. Yeah, all different kinds. Potato, sauerkraut, Saskatoon, apple.
No.
mushroom, everything.
Cheddar potato is the only way to roll.
Yeah, we're not putting fruit in pierogies.
I know.
Stop it.
The worst is going to someone. The worst is going to someone's Christmas, and then you go, oh, pierogi's nice, and you dig into it, and it's not cheddar potato. It's sauerkraut or Saskatoon. You want to pick up that thing and throw it across the rumpus room. What are you doing? I'm out of here.
My father-in-law made him with these nightshade berries. He was the only person that even grew this thing, this nightshade berry. And he would treasured them with his pierogies. I'm like, this is disgusting. Yeah. You don't mix those things.
Yeah, pierogies. Pierogies are the leader. Normal pierogies. Sade pierogies. All right, Benny, where do we start? It's been a rough ride for Canada West. Trevor Blevins and his team, they're 0-for at the World Junior A Challenge, and they're do or die tonight. Tomorrow.
Yeah, they are. Tomorrow. It's been tight games. Just haven't had that goal score that they need. So I know it wasn't a tough one last night against the United States, but hey, here's a 4-team tournament. You only need to win one game to head to the championship final. So big game tomorrow. If they win that one, they're in the championship final, and everybody will forget about the round robin. But yeah, it's been a tough goal. Good goaltending. Tate Timmerman's very good for the Canada West, and of course Rylan Hugh of Saskatoon from the Humboldt Broncos. He's had a good tournament as well. So yeah, no, it hasn't been in the tournament they were looking for, but that's the round robin portion. Playoff round is back.
Okay, before we get to the league and some games this week and the power rankings, the Viking Cup roster was released. Again, just brief people what the Viking Cup is and what can you tell us about the roster?
Yeah, Viking Cup was an event that happened in the early 2000s, and it was a SJHL squad plays against some college teams from across the world. They play some ACAC teams, of course, in SAIT. The Augustana team will be taking part this year in Camrose, Alberta. So it's kind of a chance for 20 and under players to showcase themselves for some college scouts, some youth sports scouts, and a little bit of an all-star game. So it's going to happen December 27th to early January in Camrose, Alberta, and Saskatchewan is named. And what a roster. I think, what was it, 8 or 9 of the top scorers going to be at the event, top couple of D-men in the SJHL. And I know Rick Oakes, the general manager of the Melford Mustangs, he asked 22 players and 20 of them accepted, 2 couldn't play because of injury. So it was a great response for the SJHL squad. And it's one of those hit and miss. All these guys they played a lot of hockey here the last few months, and they want to have a little break at Christmas time, but they've elected to represent themselves and showcase themselves in front of some scouts. So hats off to all the players and coaches that are kind of taking time out of their holiday schedule to take part in the event. And it's kind of hit and miss. I know a couple of players are going to miss some games with the teams. I know January 2nd, Yorkton plays Malville, and they're going to be missing a couple of guys due to the event. So it's hit and miss here with some of these key players. You never know how much those points will mean as the season goes on. But a great event happening in Camrose. Looking forward to them to represent the SJHL.
Benny, I'm looking at the power rankings, the SAS power rankings you've got online, and my question is, what has Weyburn got to do to get some love? They're first in the division, Bungie division. They got 17 wins. You got them ranked 5th. Behind Battleford and Estevan.
Go to the SportsCage.
Those aren't my ranking, Sharky.
What are you doing, Sharky?
I'm looking at the SJHL ones online.
Take a seat, head cheese guy.
Okay.
There it is.
That's a little better.
Benny.
Yeah.
This is the guy that knows.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's better.
So I give him some love right there.
There you go. I'm like, who's doing this?
Okay, but why wouldn't the other guys?
Yeah, who's making this other list up?
No, I don't want to give names. I just want to know why. What are they not seeing that you're seeing?
I've seen Weyburn lots, and they're tough out. They've had some injuries. Lucas Schmid, their captain's been out for the last week or so, and then they went into Whippo without him and beat the Nipawin Hawks last night. Scored 4 goals in the third period to beat them 4-2. So they've been very good. Their goaltending, they've traded away their 20-year-old netminder. They got 2 younger guys, 19-year-old and 18-year-old playing net. Nate Stevens played with NAX last year, the U18 program, and I think he only had 1 loss playing that. A very, very good team there in Alberta. So he's kind of showed up the goaltending with the Preston Patino from Yorkton, and they've been outstanding. So I got to give them some props. They've been very good team. Like we said off the top, they lost a lot of players from last year's finalist team, and they've been able to kind of fine tune their roster a little bit for Cody Mapes, and they've been very, very good here. So I got to give them some love here at number 3.
All right, game of the weekend or games. Hopefully the road conditions improve. Nothing tonight. So that's a good thing, but man, I
got Saturday Nipawin at Kindersley. That's the one I like. Yeah, that's a big tilt. Two teams
That is
battling at the top. Yep.
Yeah, Nipawin had a great year. They had a tough one last night, as we mentioned, but that's you got to give that one. Malvo and Estevan home series this weekend to kind of, if Malvo wins a couple of games, or they can go right towards the top half of the Bungie division as well. So we're getting to the handful of games here before Christmas. These are all very, very huge for these teams, and a lot of teams have taken next steps. A lot of teams like the Humboldt Broncos, the Melford Mustangs have kind of dropped off a little bit. So if you can get some little momentum going into the break, it could be a good thing for your team.
Mine would be Flin Flon in the Battlefords for a double dip.
Double dip, yeah.
Friday and Saturday, because Flin Flon is really good at home. I need to see Flin Flon on the road. And Battlefords. No, Grady Hodgins, Hodgie's boy, signing a letter of intent or whatever they call it. To go to Battleford next year. That's good.
Staying at Grandpa's.
Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Never know. If he makes head cheese, hide your clothes. There's a hot tip. All right, Benny. Thanks for doing this. Nice hat. How many requests did you get this week for these sweet SJHL SportsCage hats?
I've had a few. A lot of them want them for Christmas, so we'll see how nice they've been down the stretch here to see if they can get a Christmas gift from them. But yeah, it's been great. We're getting into the last stretch here, and a lot of people want these hats. Some people don't like the color because it gets all dirty, especially the farmers around here, but they can wash that off.
It doesn't matter what color they're wearing. It's dirty anyway. Get them a nice hat.
All right. Travel safe, Benny. Thanks, bud.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
You too.
Benny Walchuk. It's the SJHL Report, brought to you by Senior Wealth Advisor, GP Financial Services, and Avisa Wealth. Chad Reach, you have an employee plan. Like a lot of people have employee plans. Yep. And you just think, keep putting money away. Things must be good. You better get someone, just another set of eyeballs on it.
Always.
To check it out. That's where Chad Reach and his team can do it. Job changes, life changes. If you're, thinking of retiring from the farm, good Craig, Saskatchewan boy. Get Chad Reach and his team out there working for you. Give them a call. They'll come and check things out. All right, we got to go to break. And then we got to get to some of these messages on food. Terry in Montana, come on.
What did he throw in?
Tell you when we get back. It's a SportsCage.
All right.
Well, what do you know? The CFL has concluded its investigation into the Toronto Argonauts for allegedly violating the league's tampering policy. Through its results remain unclear. The league investigated the allegation of tampering against the Toronto Argonauts. The matter is now closed. The CFL rep wrote in a statement to 3 Down Nation. As per CFL policy, the league does not announce discipline involving teams or staff. Montreal Alouettes releasing linebacker Darnell Sankey amidst a ratio change. Football tonight, National Football League Week 15. Atlanta Falcons, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This could be a gooder. Tampa, Sports Select has them as a minus 5. The favorite there. Over-unders 43.5. We'll get into more of that in the sprinkle of the day.
Oh, boy.
Prairie Junior Hockey League, not a lot of traveling here, so this one should go up at the Wick, where they have vending machines and a coffee machine. Regina Capitals taking on the Silver Foxes, 7:45. National Hockey League Canadian teams, lots of them. Toronto hosting San Jose, Montreal's in Pittsburgh. Ottawa travels to Columbus. Winnipeg welcomes Boston. Edmonton takes on the Detroit Red Wings, fresh off their win against Calgary, and Vancouver is home to Buffalo. It's for the Bundle and Save event at Reliance Heath. Rent a new water heater and softener together and get $400 in cash back. Call on Reliance today. Trifle.
Trifle
is popular. If we get a couple more votes for Trifle could be on the list for on the dessert
That's an
side.
early pick to move them up. Okay.
Terry in Montana. Come on.
What do you throw in?
Prime rib.
Oh, see, I don't mind a good prime rib.
Well, no, but I've never had it at Christmas, Terry.
I'm coming over, Terry. Yeah.
That's not a bad play.
Yeah. I like it. I like it.
Oh, man. My wife makes prime rib. I can have prime rib anywhere. Prime rib's good.
Yeah, there is no such thing as bad prime rib.
I think we have like 1 vote for turkey. There's not a lot of turkey people out there.
The shrimp ring getting any love?
No shrimp ring? I don't think so. I'm going through them. But, pierogies, definitely so far the number 1 seed, followed by cabbage rolls.
Yeah, that's not a surprise.
Stuffing and gravy, or stuffing, is looking at 3. A few.
Okay.
And no, come on. Are we in Saskatchewan here? Shout out Kenora, Yorkton.
Yeah, we need some
Shiho, Kubasa.
Where's the sausage? Yeah.
I don't care if it's Grayson, Ukrainian Co-op, Waka, Drake. You know what we have around the house? We got a few different. It's like a sampler. It's like a Kubasa sampler. But there's a place just outside of Saskatoon going towards PA where I'll be driving Friday night.
Okay.
It's called Grunthal. Okay, it's off the road. It's big Mennonite country around the New Lodge
area.
Yeah, so north. And it's Valley Meats.
Yep.
And it's like a Mennonite sausage because it's just a little bit drier.
Yeah.
And I grew up on that. It is so good.
I'm getting hungry as we sit here and talk about
so
this.
So am I. I still couldn't eat pickled herrings.
No, I couldn't do that either. No.
Yeah. Oh, there is a funny one that we got to read in the next hour from, who sent it in? This one here. Kim and Kelowna. It's hilarious. Hour 2, we got Arash Madani, Sprinkle of the Day. We'll talk more on the Festive Feast bracket, SportsCage, streaming at their YouTube channel at sportscage.com. Welcome back. It is Thursday's show for Access Communications, trusted in rural Saskatchewan, internet, TV, and home security. The roads and the weather out there, downtown Regina, awful. Yeah. Keep us updated. 936-6262, Prairieland Rentals text line. If you see maybe some traffic out there people should know about, or the highways or anything like that, we'll pass it on the best we can. If you're watching the stream, there it is. The SportsCage SJHL hat.
Good looking bucket.
Thanks to our friends at the SJHL for getting these done. We're down to less than 20-ish for that. Thanks to Chad Reach of Visa Wealth, Senior Wealth Advisor, GP Financial, for sponsoring. So we're giving this away today. And Colson said, everybody that plays along, texts in.
On the bracket?
As we build this bracket.
All right.
As we build, can you just put that over on the side there? Maybe show it later to people watching the stream. CFL news quickly. If you missed it and you're tuning in, Arash Madani stuck in traffic. So he's going to join us in about 25 minutes time. So Darnell Sankey, he's been released by the Montreal Alouettes. I don't know how long he's going to last in the free market.
Not long.
Not long at all.
Not long.
The other news today, the CFL closes its investigation into alleged Argonauts tampering with Riders coach Corey Mace, and they kind of said they didn't say anything. They said we've closed it, and we're not saying if anyone was fined or anything.
None of your business.
JC Abbott was on from 3 Down Nation in hour 1. Well, maybe we run that in hour 3 for people that missed that. Doesn't know much either.
Nope.
I think it's common. I think it's and he said he brought up the good point of it's a small league, 9 teams.
That's what I said too. He said there's only 10 agents. Like they could all get together and have a conversation and tell everybody where to go play.
There's dudes on other teams living, with dudes in houses, and it would it wouldn't be that far. And then Bo Levi Mitchell signing a 2-year deal with the Hamilton Tiger Cats. I've really grown to respect and like Bo Levi Mitchell.
I appreciate his skill set and what he's able to do. And like Trevor Harris, he's aging like wine, not like milk. So, I think Bo Levi's been a great addition to Hamilton. And, he threw for 5,000 yards last year. This is a guy that can sling it. And he gives them the best chance to win right now.
Benny Walchuk was on with the SJHL Report. Mm-hmm. And then Benny Walchuk sends me this picture. Baking being done today.
I don't think Benny's doing the baking.
And I bet you he is. He's a good guy like that.
Yeah.
Helping out.
Well, he'd be testing for sure.
That is some really good baking. Whatever those Rice Krispie ball things they got going on there. And then the peanut butter with colored marshmallows. Do you know the name of those?
No.
You know the name? Find it. Thank you, Benny.
What is it?
Butterscotch confetti.
I love it.
That might make the bracket.
It should make the bracket. It's my favorite dessert. I love it.
When I walk into Sherwood Co-op on Rochdale,
they have it.
It is hard to walk because of the thing right in the middle. I don't care what I'm going in there to buy. That butterscotch confetti and it's a big chunk, a healthy chunk. Here, taking it. You can
It's not
share
those little squares and grandma
share
sets
this
up.
on the family. Oh, is it good?
I gotta watch for that at the co-op.
Butterscotch confetti. Okay, but this is where is who sent that one in? Colson? Oh, right here. Oh, this is good. Kim and Kelowna.
Okay.
First, I don't know if it's a he or a she. Kim. All 12 Ukrainian dishes for Christmas Eve. Okay, I thought it was 8 meatless dishes for some reason. I don't know. That's what we used to do. A little behind on the stream, but I will never forget the time a friend came over for supper and the chicken feet sticking out of a pot hit the table. Imagine that.
First time?
That's a legit story.
First time you've ever seen it? You go, that bird's, what's wrong with that bird?
I was the best man in an Oriental wedding. My best friends. And they were Chinese.
Okay.
It was such a cool experience. I would actually pay for that experience all day. It was a long day. You have to pay to get into the house to you have to pay the dad. You got to pay the dad off with envelopes. Some people made it there. Yeah, it's wild, man. And then
Sounds like a mob wedding you went
We
to.
basically stood in a corner for 4 or 5 hours, and we were hungover. It was in Calgary, and my buddy's like, he said, "This is gonna be weird, boys. This is gonna be weird today." And all these people start coming and bringing jewelry and gold and money to the bride and groom.
Really?
There's a pig in the middle of the table and all this money, and we just stood there. You are to be, not to be seen, not to be heard, just stand there like ornaments. I've never told you the story.
Oh, this is new.
Then I'm like starving and hungover. And it's like 11:30.
Can somebody get me a coffee? Give me a chip?
I don't and all I can see is this pig. And then
Is the pig cooked?
yeah.
Okay.
Then they start eating the traditional Chinese. They start bringing out their food. And you can kind of smell the kitchen going off. And I'm like, okay. And then I see the chicken feet.
Did you have some?
Are you insane? You know me. I'm the pickiest.
You're one of the pickiest eaters I know.
Eaters. I'm like an 8-year-old. I'm a 6-year-old boy or girl with how I eat, basically. And I'm like, you gotta be, you know what, in me. I'm starving here. I've been standing like a statue for 5 hours, sweating.
And now I'm getting chicken feet.
And then my buddy comes by and goes, "Don't worry. I ordered you guys like regular Chinese food." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And so then those chicken balls and the fried rice come out, and I'm like, "Oh man!" But then I can't believe I'm telling the story. So then my job as the best man is to, when we leave this house in mid-afternoon, got there at 7 a.m, paid in, I am supposed to leave. I'm supposed to go with an umbrella over top of the bride everywhere we go for pictures. The sun's not supposed to hit her, basically. It's just like a tradition, whatever.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm on it. And he told me that the night before, even though I was buckled. Yeah. And I'm like walking around, I'm like, I got it. So then the mom comes and this is like, there is 150 people in this house. It is nuts. And we're just standing in the corner like absolute pigeons. They have one of those Buddha things or something on the ground, like
some sort of religious thing?
Yes, some sort of religious thing. She comes over and very broken English. She starts explaining to me. She brings me the umbrella.
And what your task is going to be.
And she starts talking it's an emotional day. It's an emotional day. She starts telling me about the umbrella, and I said, I got it. Sean told me the umbrella. I get it. Yeah, thank you. Yep. And I'm trying to be as nice as I can. She starts crying. Everybody starts looking at me. And I'm like,
what have you done?
Oh my, this is so
You've ruined the mother.
This is so uncomfortable right now. I'd like, if there was a ripcord, I'm pulling it and just getting out of here. And then I set the umbrella down.
Oh no.
And it breaks the arm off the religious statue and it hits the floor into all these pieces. And now everybody's staring at me. I felt like Larry David. It's an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
You're like Costanza with the half-eaten donut.
I'm like, I'm going to tell this story forever. And this whole house of Chinese wedding people
have just looked at this wedding to be ruined.
At me. And I'm like, oh boy, I need a drink. So yeah, pig's feet or chicken feet came out, and I'm like, are you serious? So Kim and Kelowna story.
So you thought it was a good idea to break the umbrella and the religious icon in the front yard?
No, it was in the living room, man.
the
we
living room.
We were in a big house. It was, yeah.
Nicely done. Way to go. Are they still married?
Yes. Yeah.
So you weren't the cause of the calamity?
No, I did everything else on point. And man, when they rolled out, they eat late. Then we were at downtown Calgary. There's like 500 people at this wedding. It's nuts. Waiting for food. He's like, yeah, we're not going to be eating for a while. Like, people will show up late. Like, people will show up at 9 o'clock. And I'm like, it's 6. Supper's at 7. He's like, yeah, we're not eating until like 9. And I'm like, here we go again. My stomach's sucking up to my spine. I've been drinking now. And then
you're trying to find some kid to run to.
All of a sudden, this guy rolls out. All of a sudden, this guy rolls out. We're at the head table, like 500 people, man. It's this huge room. Guy rolls out a TV, and they just start belting out karaoke. 6:15 p.m. It was so entertaining, but I was starving. And then it was the best experience, one of the best experiences of my life. Being the best man in this Chinese wedding. It was awesome.
Sounds awesome.
I'm glad I got to share that story.
That's a great story.
Kyle from Coder.
Hey, been there.
On the Prairieland Rentals text line. Where is that?
Just north of Gravelwork. Nice little bar.
Cabbage rolls, but only if they're sour. Oh, Kyle, man.
Kyle.
That's what my wife thinks. Sour cabbage rolls are a good thing.
Kyle,
we're going to put it on the list, Kyle, but if we don't get another vote for it, it ain't making the bracket.
Like, we're going to need a lot of votes for it.
It ain't making the bracket. Pictures. Scruffles? That's what those are.
Scruffles.
That's the third vote for Scruffles.
Oh, no, they've been called something else when I was served them.
Well, I could be pronouncing it wrong, too.
No.
There's no R, it's Scuffles.
Scuffles?
It doesn't matter. Scuffles.
Oh,
Scruffles.
there is no R. First time rating, boys. They're a mini crescent roll made from a sweet dough that is coated with cinnamon sugar mixture.
Can't be wrong.
Everybody's had those.
Yeah, can't be bad.
That is the third vote for those. Those might make the list.
Is there another name for those?
Cinnamon twist roll things?
Yeah, cinnamon twists. Yeah.
Kinda.
Cinnamon sugar scuffles or Ukrainian scuffles. Cinnamon twists is another one.
Yes.
Judy, I've heard of this, Judy. This is supposed to be off the charts.
Okay.
What is it? February 5th. For some reason, that day doesn't sound good. For the Kubasaw Sampler, you boys need to attend the King of Kubasaw competition in Saskatoon.
Oh, I've heard of this, yes.
Huge competition, and tickets sell out quickly. Judy P. Judy, if they need any, what is it, judges?
Yeah. MCs.
I heard that thing is awesome.
Yeah, we can show up.
February 5th at the Prairieland in Saskatoon.
How's the budget? Have we used up all the budget this year?
Hold on. Alan Miller, not the one we talked to this week, the GM of the World Junior team, I don't think. He's got another vote for sour cabbage rolls. That's our third sour cabbage roll vote. No, 8. The people are speaking.
Somebody's got to lose out first round.
People are speaking.
Yep.
James in Regina doesn't want to participate in our tomfoolery and our festive feast. He wants to get at it with CFL. Sankey was a Rider fan favorite a few years ago, I believe, at contract time. Anthony Lanier got way more money for playing 10 games versus Sankey, all 18. But geez, the big guy could sure dance. He was Fred Astaire at practice, then back on the one game. James in Regina.
I don't think he's going to beat out Thurman at that spot. Jameer Thurman's doing a heck of a job at middle linebacker, and I think he's got himself locked in there.
I can't believe Turkey's not going to make the bracket. So here,
it's early. Okay,
there's another one here. Someone actually made sense of this.
Okay,
and they voted for ham. Big ham vote. Did you see that one, Colson? Yeah, right here. Cabbage rolls and ham. Travis. Turkey at Thanksgiving, ham at Christmas. A lot of people think the same way. But Hungarian cabbage rolls, mostly pork and some rice. None of this just rolled up rice cabbage rolls. Haha. Is that sour? Is the Hungarian sour?
I don't know if they're sour or not.
The tomato soup, like the tomato cabbage rolls. Oh, it's so good. Another sour cabbage. Tyler in Melville.
What?
Hold the phones here. We are in the minority.
It's possible, but I would disagree with it.
If my wife's listening today, she's gonna be like, see. Like, no.
Everybody likes them.
No. Those they're still in our freezer. They're at the bottom. I know exactly where they are. Because you bring the bros out with me and the kids, good luck.
Any Lamb fans over the holidays?
What?
I'm asking the question. I'm not making a statement.
Captain Harvey Ryder's wife family made oyster casseroles.
I've heard of that.
What?
Yeah, I didn't say I had it. I've heard of it. It goes with the pickled herring.
Buckwheat cabbage rolls with sour leaves.
That's a Ukrainian dish, isn't it?
Can vote. That can be a sour cabbage vote thing.
You think so?
Sour cabbage is making the bracket, I think, as we stand right now.
Oh, it's gross.
Like, no turkey.
Yeah.
Stuffing is struggling.
How can stuffing be struggling at Christmas?
We get tuna Nanaimo bars.
Butterscotch confetti. Isn't that what it's called?
Butterscotch confetti.
Butterscotch confetti needs some more votes.
You know what
Come on, kids.
You know what I'm surprised we haven't seen yet? Butter tarts. That's mine.
Butter tarts is an excellent choice, too.
Yeah. And like when Benny brought up the peanut butter squares, I'm like, oh no. Because those are my number 1 and 2. Butter tarts and the peanut butter squares.
Peanut butter confetti I like.
I do. I'm a big fan. Yeah.
You can't go wrong bringing that.
No.
To
and it doesn't matter where you go. It'll get eaten.
potluck.
Yeah. It'll get
Unless you're allergic to peanuts, right? Is that a bad thing?
Those people
start.
Yeah.
No, but some people like can die.
I can die from too much dairy. I'm smart enough not to eat it.
Clayton, sour cabbage wins hands down.
Okay,
Our lady that made it
We're gonna
for
need
us
samples.
years shut it down. We found another 2 ladies that will make sour cabbage rolls. That was a close call.
We're going to need samples. Can't judge it till we get a sample.
Is anybody else in Kubasaw land out there?
Yeah, please, somebody.
Hey, Kubasaw's got to make this bracket, or we're not in Saskatchewan.
Somebody from Kenora, please, write in. Kamsack.
You know what kucha is? Kucha?
No.
Kucha we used to have? It's the Ukrainian wheat. It's like a dessert, but kind of like a soup. It's cold. Kucha. Rice or wheat. As a kid, that was another thing. As a kid, I thought studenettes or head cheese was cool, and I thought this was. And then I got older, and I'm like, well, I'm not eating that. Borscht, though. Borscht could make the list.
That's the second time you've tried to pitch borscht. It's not making the list.
With a little sour cream.
You're not stuffing it with beets.
Where's my borscht people out there?
You're not stuffing beets onto the list. Yeah, that's right. Some booze.
Kevin, I get what you're saying, but I don't think we'll get, and maybe we'll get some votes for it. Kevin's like, Christmas morning Caesar, spicy, to clear the cobwebs from the long night before. I go beer and clam just because the Kubasaw and, well, no, it's Christmas Eve, so that's our Chinese food night.
Yeah.
Heartburn. You can't run all day. You can't run the 25th all day with heartburn.
No. That's why I go coffee and Kahlua or amaretto in the morning.
Amaretto.
Yeah, put that amaretto in your coffee, that'll change your whole day.
You ever had a Shaft? The drink?
Go on.
Yeah, you would like it. It's kind of potent. It keeps you up. It's a jolt. It's got
potent's not the problem.
Yeah,
as long as there's not dairy in it.
You just want to go to Clutch Performer time.
Right. I'll tell you who it is.
Okay.
The SportsCage Clutch Performer for Nick's Service in Emerald Park. Your local Massey Ferguson Challenger, Rogator, Gleaner, and Fendt dealer. Call 781-1077.
I think if we're watching this today and you're following along, you got to think, who's the Clutch Performer today? It's got to be sour cabbage rolls coming out of the woods, like literally out of the backwoods and getting themselves to the front of the line. They're even like, I'm even got them number 2 right now. Ahead of regular cabbage rolls.
I might have to leave. You might have to take the rest of the show, man.
All right, it's pre-taped. Watch it again.
Jeff on the YouTube chat saying sour cabbage as well. I can never take him serious, so he might just be.
Is somebody sending some sour cabbage rolls for us to sample? Because we're going to need a sample to appear.
No.
Okay,
no. Confetti thing. Peanut butter confetti or whatever before that.
Butterscotch confetti.
Butterscotch confetti. Okay, Clutch Performer. I'm going to go weekly, kind of do it here. Going to Hockey Regina last night. U13B. The Buffaloes doubled up the U13 Blues. U13B Blues 4-2. I can't read that last name. Sorry, bud. Cade Dolezjai?
Could be.
maybe. Sam Howard had a goal. Talon Bodnarchuk in net, the win. Buffalo side, Sullivan Lorenz, 2 goals. Kellen Lebrecht had a goal. Evan Grodinski had a goal. And in net,
Irish kid.
Xander Evans. So there we go. 4-2. Buffaloes over the Blues. U13
Way to go,
battle
Buffaloes.
last night. That's fun. Clutch performance for Nick Service in Emerald Park. Your local Massey Ferguson, Challenger, Rogator, Gleaner, and Fent dealer. Arash? Okay, let's go to break.
All right.
And then Arash is out of the traffic and all of that. I want to see Arash's face.
I know, I'm looking forward to
tell
hearing
him the front runner right now. It's a cage. We'll be right back. Have you ever had cabbage rolls, Arash?
Oh boy, it's going to be one of those segments, is it? I'm not sure if I have. I'm not sure. Why are we discussing cabbage rolls?
Because we're talking about Christmas food in Sasky.
It's a bracket.
And cabbage rolls is a big Ukrainian thing, Hungarian thing. And then there's sour cabbage rolls, which is blowing my mind.
They're getting a lot of votes.
They might overtake pierogies in the bracket as the first seed. Sour cabbage rolls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe the next time you roll into town, we're gonna have to find a good place for a cabbage roll. It's good.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's different for sure.
Pre-show cabbage roll, post-show, pre-show cabbage roll, post-show Western pizza.
Yeah. Have you ever had pierogies?
I have.
Yeah. Okay.
They're
Well,
Okay. Pickled herring?
he's from the coast.
No.
Yeah.
No. We just grill them, blacken them, or fry them in Nova Scotia, you know?
What was Christmas Eve or Christmas Day supper in Truro, Nova Scotia, like for the family?
Oh, Mom loved doing the whole turkey thing. She liked to host and do the whole thing. So Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Stuffing.
Just standard turkey though. Like, did you get any special dishes? What was the dessert? Like,
God, I don't even remember, Sharky. I remember there was always a fight, though, because, I mean, this is how old I am. We wanted to watch basketball on Christmas Day. Now nobody talks about basketball because the NFL has just stolen December 25th off the calendar, just like they've stolen everything else.
Yeah.
So Mom would always say, look, because she wanted to have the neighbors or friends over, whatever. So it was like, okay, you got to give me dinner. You got to give me an hour and a half. And then later on, like when I was in university and after that, put the phones away, no phones allowed, and then you can go watch your basketball after that.
That's okay. Mom, laying down the law.
Mom's not strict, but she was strict about Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Hey, I don't ask for much. I want to stay.
Yeah.
I get it. That's
all she wants.
Nice.
Yeah, fair.
It's I was intrigued. A 2-year deal for Bo Levi Mitchell, not one, but 2. Smart on both parties' parts.
Yeah, and I know, Barney, that we've talked about this. It's still a 1-year deal. It really is. Now, if Bo wants to come back in 2027, the paperwork is there. The reality is, if Bo wants to keep playing, as long as he's continuing to play at a high level like he has for the last year and a half, the deal is there. There's no need for a song and dance at the end of the season. I think the only thing that this second year does is that it allows the Tiger Cats now to start their financial planning when it comes to from a salary cap standpoint. We know what our most expensive player is going to be paid. We know how much we have to work with, et cetera, et cetera. I wasn't sure if Bo was going to come back, but I actually think at a seniorer age, because of the way he's taking care of his body better, his nutrition, strength and conditioning, all that stuff, I just think that he's feeling really good right now. And I think that's a big reason for why he decided to come back.
I also think he's got a great receiving staff with him. Like, he's got guys, he's got gamers, and so he can put up numbers, and he's playing at a high level because guys are catching the ball for him.
I should know, Sharky, when the last time the Tiger Cats had 3 1,000-yard receivers, but I don't. But it's rare to have that in any offense, in any league. Look, I still think Kenny Lawler's the best receiver in the league. you have somebody like that, he just changes the entire offense. You have your home run hitter. You have somebody that you can rely upon, and it also opens up the field for you. And the fact that Bo has these weapons, and now another year with Scott Milanovic, I think will really help. Look, to me, I look at this East Division right now, and it's honestly Hamilton. And I know Montreal just got there. It is absolutely Hamilton's to win. They have all the kind of building blocks in place right now. It's a matter of going out and doing it. And it's up to Bo and company to go out and do it.
Fajardo signed this week. Alexander signs an extension, although he was locked up. What brought Fajardo back, do you think? Because it was a topsy-turvy kind of year in Edmonton.
Yeah, I think Cody Fajardo was either going back to Edmonton or he wasn't going to play football anymore. That's really the read I had on that whole situation at the end of the season. And there were some people that I talked to around Grey Cup who told me, hey, Cody's got a coaching offer at the University of Nevada. That's where he went to school. Remember, him and Kaepernick were at Nevada around the same time. And I'm like, oh, man, is he going to give this up and go back to playing football? And then you look into a little bit, it was an entry-level role. I don't know if it was like a quality control gig, an analyst gig, something like that. Okay, well, first of all, that's not going to pay anywhere near starting quarterback money. And also, I think, from some of the comments that Fajardo made, his wife's at home with two young kids. She's taking care of everything while he's up here and they're not making the playoffs. He's kind of saying to himself, well, what am I doing here? But then after taking a vacation, clearing, the emotion out of it, is like, okay, let's give this one more shot. And I honestly believe, guys, look, I don't want this to come across as sounding like sour grapes. It's not.
Sour cabbage.
Sour, very sour cabbage. I think the fact that Montreal and Sask were in the Grey Cup, his two former teams, he's probably looking at that saying, yeah, I want another shot at this thing. Like, it's human nature. That's all got to weigh into this whole thing.
He's still got game left. Like, Cody Fajardo didn't look worn out or old or out of shape or anything. He's still got game left. I think it's a great move by Edmonton. Again, we're locking up a senior quarterback to play, right? A veteran quarterback that's going to give us the best chance to win.
Isn't it like the senior part's really interesting, Sharky, because in a sport where it's all about younger, faster, cheaper, here you have arguably in the NFL, the MVP of the league is going to be Matthew Stafford, who's 40 years old. Here you have, the top among the top quarterbacks outside of Rourke and Alexander, almost everybody's a senior. So it's funny how that's gone with quarterback because of how much is required for that position.
Yeah. That brings us to the Trey Ford lottery or default. What happens to him? And I'll maybe add something to this question. Does he change positions?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So let's look at and I know there are two different leagues, okay? But let's think about this for a minute. A lot of this to me is too much too fast. Trey Ford went from the University of Waterloo to starting quarterback in professional football in 18 months. Now, I look at some of the quarterbacks south of the border right now who are balling. Sam Darnold in Seattle. Disastrous first few years with the Jets. Baker Mayfield had a really good start to this season. Disastrous beginning of his career in Cleveland and then Carolina. Sometimes you just need to understand what pro football is, adjust to the speed of pro football. What does it take to play pro football? I think Trey Ford can still be a professional quarterback. I don't think it's going to happen in Edmonton. I think his time, he just needs to sometimes taking a step back, being the backup, going into a different situation with new offense, new offensive coordinator can do you a ton of good. I'm not saying he is going to go there or anything like that. if there's two destinations for Trey Ford that I think would be great for him, I think Ottawa is one, and I think Montreal is one. Because there will be no expectation to start, even Hamilton, no expectation to start, an offensive-minded head coach who's also the play caller, who's also been a professional quarterback and got kicked in the teeth, who understands what it was like to play professional quarterback and can really help without having to manage being face of the franchise along the way.
Montreal's running a lot back, right? Philpott, now Alexander. Darnell Sankey, though, they're moving on from him. Interesting things in Montreal, but it looks like they know where their bread's buttered.
I mean, they were right there, right? I mean, they get to the Grey Cup. They're hosting playoff games. With a healthy quarterback in the Grey Cup, who knows how things go? They have a good roster, and their defense continues to overachieve with Noel Thorpe there as their defensive play caller. In Montreal, as long as Alexander's healthy and you have that home run threat with Philpott, I don't know, guys. Have yourself an offensive line, and this offense will cook. And this offense didn't get a chance to cook for much of the season because Alexander wasn't healthy. Get him back, get him healthy. They're going to be hard to deal with.
You have an update, I think, on Anton Ammanrud, Saskatchewan Huskies quarterback?
Yeah, so for those, and I don't want to sensationalize things. I just want to kind of give an update because there are a lot of people kind of interested in the story and following what was going on around Vanier week, etc. Anton, of course, for those who don't remember, first 5 weeks of the season was the best quarterback, maybe the best player in all of Canadian University football, was feeling unwell week 5 around Calgary, ends up in the hospital, was there for a number of weeks. For those watching on the stream, this is after the Huskies won the Hardy Cup. A couple of his teammates, including running back Riker Frank, bring a championship hat and a gold medal to Anton in the hospital. Anton is out of the hospital. He was in there for a while, for about a month. He's doing outpatient chemo right now. He actually came to the football team's celebration. They had it at a men's hockey game over at the U of S, and he made it to the team banquet. He got the coach's award and got a standing ovation from his teammates, from the staff, etc. He's got a long road to go still. He's lost a lot of weight, but at least he's out of the hospital, and like that, the whole university community is kind of rallying around him. So it's great to see, but it's a heck of a fight that still awaits the young man.
That's awesome. It's good to hear.
It is. It's a great story. I hope he continues to recover and everything goes good for him. Yeah.
Sharky and I talked about this in hour one. It has to happen now. It's like when Mike Tyson said he was going to come and box again, and even though it was an exhibition with Jake Paul, like now Phillip Rivers has to play. Like, get him in. You have to get him in a game. Maybe it's not against Seattle. Maybe that's not a smart move. We got to see him play.
I think we will on Sunday, guys.
Oh.
I think that Phillip Rivers, 5 years removed from playing his last professional football game, taking his last hit, is going to start against that Seattle defense this week. Now, I think he's going to run out onto the field, and I mean this with all sincerity. I hope he doesn't get carted off the field. This is crazy. This is nuts. The man's a grandfather. He's going to start a professional football game for the first time in 5 years. Oh man.
Did I tell you on Tuesday the research that I did? He's 44. Oh, no. I don't think the age is the big thing, right? Tom Brady played late. Brett Favre played late. We've seen some guys in the CFL play a bit late. It's not the age thing. It's the 5 years off.
It's the 5 years
thing. You know who's only 45 years old? He's 44, and he's a young 45, Michael Vick. Who's 43? Ryan Fitzpatrick, who seems to always be playing. And you know who's only 45 years old, and you could tell he still wants to play? Tony Romo.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady.
Tony Romo.
Yeah, Romo.
No, Tony Romo.
You know, like you start thinking about
Tony
guys
and
that.
Tom. Nah, Tony and Tom are just neck and neck of who's gotten the most plastic surgery on their face.
Yeah. It is. It's scary looking. Yamahama, it's fright night. Here's the other thing. My Patriots are the dog at home, and they're leading. No respect.
Yeah, I don't know if it's no respect, Barney. I think it's a couple things. I think one is delusion, and two, it's a reputation spread. It's a reputation of, hey, Buffalo's been this good for this long. It's a reputation of, well, it's Josh Allen. But it's Josh Allen versus the world. Like, if you watch that Cincinnati game, the Bills had no business being the Bengals. No. It's the quarterback with no weapons. He's got guys. They're not any good to throw to. I mean, his most important target might be a tight end who can't stay healthy. I mean, Dalton Kincaid has been down as much as he's been up this season, and their defense is terrible. I for the life of me, I don't understand how New England is the dog here, and your boy Stephon Diggs is going to have something in store on Sunday for his old team.
At some point, that whole cowboy running around thing, Wyoming, let's go, that's going to wear out. You can't. And I think the defense, playing a good defense this weekend, but yeah, I think it's a respect thing. I'm hurt.
I'm going back to the forget you and your Patriots and all that crap you're talking about all the time, garbage.
Go Pats.
I looked at the Indianapolis Colts depth chart. Tell me who's the starting quarterback.
I'm telling you, it's going to be Phillip Rivers.
It's right now they only got one quarterback listed. It's some kid named Riley Leonard. He's not even a household name in his own house.
He's not, and who knows what's happened to Anthony Richardson? First round pick a couple of years ago.
He's not on the depth chart.
Where did he?
No, he's hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And they don't like him.
He's hurt. Yeah.
And they don't like him.
Right.
Okay, quickly, last one here. I was 0 for 9. Finally got off the snide last night with some Sprinkletown stuff. 2 hockey games. 5 double-digit spreads in the NFL this week. That's crazy, man. Who is the underdog that has the best chance to outright win as a 10-plus dog?
I just think I don't know how much I'm believing in the Jacksonville Jaguars right now.
Yep.
They're that's a lot of points for a Jags offense that's been stop and start and go, then sputter, etc. Look, a lot of these dogs this week, Tennessee, the Jets, I mean, they're dreadful. We got Indianapolis trotting out a grand, but I just don't know how much I'm buying these Jaguars right now, fellas.
You know what bothers me? And maybe it's because I lost my last survivor on them. Again, now last week, everyone's like, oh, the Los Angeles Rams are so good. They're unbelievable, the Los Angeles Rams. Did you see them lose in Charlotte? Did everybody see that?
You get clunkers along the way. The line that's juiciest for me are those same Carolina Panthers go into the Superdome, fast track indoors, weather not a factor, the 2.5 point spread. I just think that Carolina can do some work against the Saints this week.
Okay, I like that. Yep.
Along with my Patriots game, the intriguing one is the Monday Nighter, man.
What do we got Monday night?
Miami, Pittsburgh. With Miami out of nowhere, here they come. Weirdo head coach in his tight sweatpants, no socks, glasses. And
they're back in the mix.
Against get rid of Tomlinville. It's an intriguing game.
There's just one issue. There's 2 issues there. The biggest one is Miami is not very good, despite their 4 or 5
they're terrible.
Streak. And they just don't play well in the cold. They are not a cold weather team.
No, they're not.
Tua is not a cold weather quarterback.
Yeah.
Mid-December, outdoors in Pittsburgh. That was a huge win the Steelers had on Sunday against Baltimore. So I can't buy the Dolphins, period, let alone in the cold.
Okay. We're putting you down for turkey. Vote for turkey on the Festive Feast bracket. That'd be the one thing you'd have to have for Christmas, right? Turkey.
Yeah.
Stuffing?
Yeah, that's the one. Stuffing,
what's the dessert?
Mom's homemade stuffing is the best.
What's the dessert?
Beer.
Man, I'm still, I'm old school. I'm still an apple pie and ice cream kind of guy, Sharky, you know?
Okay. All right.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Stay true to what's working.
The butterscotch confetti
Although
is
these
where.
days, there you go.
Yeah.
These days, just an extra bottle of red wine can be the dessert.
Yeah.
I like the way
Not
you're
a
thinking.
glass.
You know what?
I like the way you're thinking.
You know what I drank on the show last Friday, and they're coming back in tomorrow. Our friends from Last Mountain Distillery. I had an old fashioned with a cherry and a little cherry juice on the rocks. Eric Francis segment was on. I was like, look what he's like. Welcome to adulthood. You're drinking a real drink with ice. I ended up having 3.
They're delicious.
Before the Pats game, Regina Pats.
Yeah.
And then
Delicious.
I was feeling good.
Oh, yeah.
Old fashions. I might be old fashioned guy now.
Had a smoky one in Saskatoon Monday night. Fantastic.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Let's get drinking. See ya, Arash.
Yeah, boys.
Coast to coast with Arash Madani for Brian Golly, Smart Investing Solutions. Be smart with your money. Call Brian Golly. Okay, we got to get some of these. Look at. Now I think people are just jerking us around here.
Crofty sent in sour cabbage rolls too from his mom.
No,
Yeah.
Sharky, your mom's got to call in.
No,
or text us herself.
Yeah, his mom's in Texas, so that's not happening.
We're gonna get to more of the food, and some interesting ones coming down the pike. Here, SportsCage on Thursdays for Access Communications. We'll be right back. Sharky's in today. It's for Flooring Superstore on Park Street. Cash and carry prices that are tough to beat, or if you want them to do the job, Trent Dickin and his team.
Get them to do it.
20 years in business. Prairie Land Rentals text line is buzzing. Here we go. We're getting our bracket together. So some of you are just tuning in, and I get it. It's okay. You're sending me basically your full Christmas Eve or Christmas Day meal. I love it. You're making us hungry. We need to know what is the one thing. If you only could have one. And I'm not going to lie. Front runner right now is pierogies.
Yeah.
It's very Sasky. Perfect. Second, sour cabbage rolls. Not cabbage rolls.
Yeah,
cabbage rolls are going to fall in somewhere.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm shocked by that one. I'm shocked.
Jeff for my tuna. Cabbage rolls for sure, but pierogies a close second. So that's not sour cabbage? That's good.
That's cabbage rolls. Yeah.
Daryl, pickled pig's feet.
Daryl?
Possibly even for dessert.
Yeah.
You're sick.
Hang up the phone.
Sour cabbage rolls all day with potato strudel close second. Potato strudel, what's...
I don't know. I'm going to need a reference.
How
I got no
how
potato
about
strudel.
Christmas morning, the hash brown casserole with the mushroom soup and the baked cheese on top? That's stellar.
Yeah.
That's stellar. But no, sour cabbage rolls again. They're the second seed right now. We have got a few turkeys in. We have got some stuffing now. But front run, and Kuba Saw might not make the 8.
I can't believe it. We're shocked.
Like, as if you guys don't love sausage. Some of you, that's the only thing you want to eat.
Homemade, Baden, doesn't matter. Want to hear it.
Brett's going deep here. He's saying sour cabbage is so much softer and enjoyable to eat.
Okay.
Come on.
Sour cabbage can't win.
Hot take, Perry. He's given us the full thing. Ham, sausage, pierogies. We need one, Perry. You got to text back. And butter tarts for dessert. There's butter tarts.
Butter tarts making a late move. Late move.
Here's a quick butter tarts or pecan pie. If you had to choose one.
Pecan pie.
Little ice cream.
Hot chocolate on it.
Oh. What?
I was in New Orleans. Hot chocolate pecan pie.
No deal.
Wow. It's a game changer.
Ice cream. 936.
Game changer.
6262. What is the one must? Colson's compiling there. Everybody that's in, you get a chance to win one of these hats if you're watching the stream. SportsCage SJHL hats. We're giving one away because we had the SJHL report earlier for Chad Reach, Senior Advisor of Visa Wealth and GP Financial services. The Manny Schwartz Memorial Tournament is underway in Notre Dame, in Milestone, in Avonlea.
Yep.
Big tournament. They expanded it this year. U15 division as well. We're going to chat to Mary Beth, in hour 3. She was Div 1 player, University of Toronto athletics director, now international hockey programs director for Notre Dame. And they're really going out and pushing the Notre Dame thing. Talked to Wade Klippenstein a bit yesterday, just on China, Japan, female hockey.
Nice.
Big in those areas. As for the tournament, it's ongoing. The Regina Rebels dropped their first game 3-1 to Swift Current. I don't know about that scheduling. You get this big tournament and everything. Did they just draw it out of a hat?
You play Swift Current?
Hey, guess who you guys are playing first? Swift Current. We're going to meet halfway. Edmonton is 1-0. Westman out of Winnipeg, they're 0-1. St. Albert's 1-0. The Calgary Fire are 1-0. Notre Dame lost their first game. So, yeah, there's a lot of academy schools, like over 50 scouts in attendance. So that's going on down there. Can we get the sprinkle of the day, Colson?
All right.
Yeah. Sprinkle of the day is for Sports Select. You can just make your picks online now. You generate a QR code, lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. It's very easy if you do it on your phone. So I got it. It's been a rough ride.
It has.
I was 0 for 9.
Really?
NFL. My last 9 bets. That happens. That's why That's why you play responsibly.
That's right.
And for entertainment purposes.
But if you're looking to get your feet under you, you're trying to get a win, take the Seahawks over the Colts this week.
So last night I parlayed the Chicago Blackhawks on the pro line. So they had to win outright against the New York Rangers. 3-0.
Nice.
Let's go. And then, but I parlayed it, which had me worried. Had me sweating at times. I took the over in the Detroit-Calgary game.
What was the
6?
What was the final?
I really tune into the game at the end of the second, and it's 4-0.
Yeah, that's when I turned it off. Yeah,
Detroit. And then I'm like,
I had no skin in the game, so I didn't care.
Then the Flames scored. I don't know if their first goal. No, their first goal wasn't the penalty shot goal, but they scored. So now it's 4-1, early third. I text our boy Eric Francis, and I said, buddy,
I need 2.
I need the over in this game to get off the snide. I parlayed it with the Hawks win. He goes, hilarious, because I need the under. So then it was kind of a back and forth. We were humming and hawing, and then it was a 4-3 final. Red Wings. I hit the over.
Nice.
He sends me a congratulations. Good to have you back. He says he's flying to Los Angeles tomorrow. The Flames are doing their dad trip, and he's gonna be on, obviously. But sprinkle of the day for Sports Select. Let's go to the Monday nighter or Thursday nighter.
Thursday nighter.
Intriguing.
Is this
now 5.5 point spread? Tampa Bay. I haven't been following if guys are out or I don't know, but 5.5 points. Atlanta in Tampa Bay.
Mike Evans might be back in. I only know that because he's on my fantasy team.
Okay.
Because he's on my fantasy team.
I've watched Tampa the last couple weeks. I'm not super impressed.
Really? I think Tampa's been pretty good.
And Atlanta has been very Jekyll and Hyde-ish, very Atlanta-like. So, and then the over-under's 43.5.
Yeah. What do you got for a spread?
It's the forecast in Tampa Bay. Remember, now you can do all this at your computer or on your phone, and you just get the QR code.
You don't think it's Tampa Bay? You think it's Atlanta?
No, I might hit the over-under. Perfect weather tonight. I'm going the over.
Okay.
That's my sprinkle of the day. Over 43.5. Do what you want. It says an S beside it. It means you can play it on the single. Just get your QR code, go into your Lotto Spot retailer. They scan it, boom. Or fill out the coupons like old school, like we did growing up. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly. Get cash in hand with the original Sports Select. Break time. Come back with the ticker. SportsCage. Three Down Nation reporting the CFL concluded their investigation into the Toronto Argonauts for allegedly violating the league's tampering policy. Results remain unclear. The league investigated an allegation of tampering against the Toronto Argonauts. The matter is now closed, a CFL representative wrote in a statement to Three Down Nation. As per CFL policy, the league does not announce discipline involving teams or staff. Interesting. Bo Levi Mitchell, 2-year deal in Hamilton. He's back on the outs in Montreal. Darnell Sankey, they are letting him go to free agency. National Football League tonight, we just talked about it, Atlanta, Tampa Bay. Prairie Junior Hockey League, Regina Silver Foxes, NOD hosting the Regina Capitals. National Hockey League Canadian teams, Leafs hosting San Jose, Montreal's in Pittsburgh, Ottawa travels to Columbus. The Jets are home to Boston. Oilers welcome Detroit and Vancouver. And Buffalo play at 9 p.m. If you're watching that game, I feel sorry for you. Right now at Extreme Hockey and Sport, 12 Days of Christmas starts tomorrow. Talk about deals. Sticks, mystery minis, around the board. You got a hockey player or a sports enthusiast in your life. Monday Nooner hats, team hats. It's all at Extreme Hockey and Sport. Now you can do all the shopping online as well. Very good. They are local. They support local, and they're home of the price match guarantee. Extreme Hockey and Sport. Hour 3, Glen Suitor is coming up. What do you think Glen's thing is? Food.
On which?
Food. Must have it.
Oh,
Christmas.
he's a turkey guy. I can see him being all turkey.
We're going to find out after 5.
All right.
It's the Sports Cage. Continuing on here, hour 3. If you missed any of it in hour 1, JC Abbott joined us from 3 Down Nation. We're going to have that coming back up for you the back half of this hour. SJHL Report with Benny.
That was good.
We're still giving away a hat, one of these hats today. Everybody that's texting in, and there have been a lot of you because you're playing along maybe for the hat, but more for the Festive Feast bracket. We're setting it up. Who is going to be in Colson's compiling over there? We want to know the one thing that you have to have when it comes to Christmas food.
Where's rum and eggnog?
It could be a dessert. It could be a food, I guess a drink, if you want to throw a drink in there.
Haven't heard rum and eggnog yet.
By far, there's a few front runners. Pierogies, we are Sasky.
Yep.
Then sour cabbage rolls are the second most popular.
Can't believe it.
Ham. So we got a few more sausages now. Stuffing is in there.
How's our butterscotch confetti doing?
Regular cabbage rolls, butterscotch confetti. We literally have 2 votes. One of them's you. I think everybody loves it though.
It's the write-in vote.
Sour cabbage, Darcy and Melville. Melville that area could be the sour cabbage capital of the country.
No Kubasah? Where's the Kubasah?
Then he said dessert rhubarb cheesecake.
Okay.
Darcy, you're a good guy, but we're not going for supper anytime soon.
We're not going to your house.
Ron and Deb is dressing.
I like
Deb
a good
says
dressing.
Turkey with cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
So that's... But turkey, I don't even know if turkey's going to make the top 8.
That's crazy.
Or is kubasa or sausage. People that are late to the party, head cheese. I had to text in personally. What about head cheese? I said, we talked about it. Studenettes. My mom and dad used to make it, and the big pot would come out and it would stink up the whole house. I'd have to move my clothing in high school. I'd have to move my clothing to the garage that day.
Are we actually putting head cheese in the mix?
No.
Is okay. Good.
No one's voting for head cheese. People just like making fun of head cheese.
Oh, okay, that's good.
And the people that eat it. But at our Christmas day,
it was
my
there,
brother-in-law, my brother, I think my mom, and then whoever the newbie is, whoever the new boyfriend, girlfriend with the nieces and nephews, they have to eat it. That's the only people that eat it. Vinegar and pepper. And I used to eat it as a kid. Just like kutia, that's wheat, the Ukrainian wheat thing. I still could do borscht, but I like the broth of borscht. The beets, I could take it or leave it. Little sour cream in there. Borscht doesn't even make it on our list.
Well, borscht shouldn't be on the list.
You don't think so?
It's not a Christmas thing.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Who was and then in hour 1, somebody said pot of gold. The pot of gold box of chocolates is the biggest farce. That whole map and that navigation, if you didn't have that, when you're a kid and you go to
that lottery, you did not want to play.
It's roulette.
Yeah.
Pot of gold roulette's one of the grossest things you can play.
There's more half-chewed chocolate laying around the house.
Why did I just put in my mouth? It's like you go to someone's house and you grab the pot of gold and you'd eat it and then you'd be like, oh yeah. And then you'd be like, I'll be right back. And you go to the garbage and you spit it in. Or the toilet.
Yeah. Phew.
Was that orange? It was creamy? I don't know what the heck I just put in my mouth. Because there was like 2 good ones. And the 2 good ones were always
They
gone.
were gone right away.
And then I think it was always the person that had the map would ditch it and be like, "That suckers. You eat that crap." Toffee Faye. My wife.
Turtles.
Oh, I don't like turtles either. Homemade turtles I had once earlier. Toffee Faye. My wife will sneak in the odd box to the house.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, some Toffee Faye must be for gifts. And then I'll go back like 3-4 days later and I'm like, the Toffee Faye's gone. There's one left. Who's she kidding? Likes your Toffee Faye desserts.
Turtles are good. Why are you down on turtles?
Nah. What were those peppermint sticky things they used to have?
I hate peppermint.
They used to have that.
Peppermint is bad.
Besides Toffee Faye, to be honest with you, I don't know. Maybe a nice Toblerone bar.
Yeah, just a chocolate bar. Yeah.
Other than that, I'm not. And then we had, what are those cinnamon twist things people have sent in? Scuffles.
Yeah.
We've had trifle. We've had strudels.
Yeah.
I don't think any of those are making the list. Stuffing's making the list. Turkey might not make it.
Ham's
We've had
make
more
it.
people that like ham.
Yeah.
Than turkey. So
doing some research. It's ham's a winner worldwide.
Prairieland Rentals text line. Text it in if you're driving home. You got a chance to win a new SportsCage SJHL hat. We're having fun. Let us know the roads out there too. Doesn't look super juicy. But if you need a snow thrower, I've been telling you, Prairieland Rentals. You don't want to shovel. They got brand new in stock warranty. They are your Husqvarna snow thrower dealer. 936-6262. We'll keep it going. Let's get going with Glen Suitor.
Time now for press coverage with CFL and Saskatchewan Roughrider legend Glen Suitor on the Sports Cage. Brought to you by Bronco Plumbing and Heating, where professional service is guaranteed. They'll treat you right. 781-2090.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. The one thing Glen Suitor has to have that we can put in the bracket.
Okay. Well, first of all, I need some guidelines here. Okay. So is it a food that has to happen on Christmas Day or that night, like Christmas night, or can it be like the Christmas holiday food?
No, Christmas Eve or Christmas Day we're going with.
Yeah, that's those 2 days.
Okay, so because my pick would have been the turkey soup 3 or 4 days after the turkey. The turkey soup with the baby pasta shells and the homemade turkey soup is my favorite of the Christmas dinners during Christmas holidays. Now, having said your guideline there, that means that I'd have to just, I guess, put it under the turkey category. So one more vote for turkey from me, and I hope that makes the list. Like, come on, that's got to make the list. But
Turkey's struggling. It's struggling right now. I'm not going to lie to you.
We need ring those phones.
Yeah, Turkey needs help.
Lovers out there.
Turkey needs help.
936-6262, or else it's on the outside looking in. We just had someone. What did some deviled eggs, minced meat tarts? You must know what that is.
No, and I don't want them.
Yeah.
How are your guts? How's this person's guts the next day? And homemade dark fruit cake.
Oh yeah, there's no fruit cake.
Mincemeat tarts, deviled eggs, homemade dark fruit cake. Yeah, no one's going to want to be around you.
For desserts, I haven't heard gingerbread. Just straight gingerbread. Come on, Christmas gingerbread with a little icing on top of that, and you put it with some ice cream or whatever. I mean, gingerbread. Like the gingerbread man. Are you still not making the gingerbread men on Christmas?
You're late to the party with the gingerbread man. He's not making the cut.
The kids don't know.
He's not making the team.
The gingerbread man isn't popular with the new kids.
The new kids.
Gen X.
No.
Gen Y. What are you guys?
Alpha?
Gen Weirdo?
Yeah. Gen Weirdo. Yeah, exactly.
Gen Wreck the Country?
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard you quickly. I heard you mention pickled herring.
Yeah.
I use herring for bait. So absolutely no on the pickled herring.
Eating bait at Christmas.
No eating bait.
I heard it's raining like crazy out there. Is that in your neck of the woods?
Are you flooding?
Yeah, really, really happy that I bought a boat because I may absolutely need it. I swear, like that front lawn that you saw and we've laughed at for quite some time now is underwater. Like,
really?
What?
Yes, there's 3 inches, 4 inches of water on top of that grass. It let up today, so it's starting to seep in now. But I'm telling you, man, I kept looking at the boat saying, hey, we might have to grab the dog and jump in here and just drive down the street.
float out to the ocean.
Yeah, and a lot of people out in the outskirts of the lower mainland area are actually doing that. I mean, there's been some serious flood warnings and evacuations, and the rivers from the U.S. are coming up and overflowing. It's, a lot of water over the last little while.
Because I have a buddy that's up skiing in Whistler. He's got a place up there, and they said they go to the top that they're skiing, and then the middle, whatever the middle section is that they call it. Usually they can ski right now there, but it's not even open yet.
Wow.
So it's kind of a weird year. We're getting some votes now for gingerbread. Apparently.
Way to go.
Coming
Way
in.
to go.
Gingerbread.
Suit's got it in the mix.
Come on now. Let's go.
Oh, long live gingerbread. What do you know? Do you know anything about the CFL closing the investigation on the Toronto Argonauts allegedly tampering possibly with Corey Mace?
Yeah, well, I know the rules and what you guys just mentioned and have mentioned about the fact that there was an investigation. We talked about that a couple weeks ago, that they did look into it. I actually text the league. I won't say exactly who I text, but I text the league, never got a response, which told me that they are investigating. You know, that's how you know that it's in process. And so we knew that, and the fact that we haven't heard any leaks with regards to any sort of punishment towards the Argos probably means that they didn't find enough to fine them or whatever. So again, it's still a little bit of speculation, but I find it interesting and maybe a little ironic that everybody wants to know the personal salaries of every player, but they can't tell us if they fined a team for tampering. Come on.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's anything tied to John Murphy being out there. I wonder.
Yeah. Knowing the personalities between John Huffnagel and John Murphy, oil and water, I would think.
Yeah, that wasn't going to work, was it? No.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
It's like a pierogi with something else in it besides potatoes.
Don't put fruit in your pierogies.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
Bo Levi Mitchell, 2 years, Glenn. That's a good signing by all accounts for both parties.
Well, it's good for the league, to have Bo playing the way he's playing, to have Trevor Harris playing the way that he's playing. When you think about Bo, he's basically a kid compared to Trevor. I mean, he's 5 years or 4 years younger than Trevor. So I wouldn't worry about his age. He's finally healthy again. That shoulder and arm issue that he had for a couple of years there, in his last few in Calgary was a nagging injury. And for a quarterback, it's like a pitcher. I mean, you have even a little tweak in your elbow or something, and it messes with you psychologically. So, I think he's 100% healthy, and working with Scott Milinovic and having them both, get each other, for lack of a better way to say it, they're the same page is overused because they were on the same page with the playbook early on, but they weren't on the same page with regards to expectation and, trying to teach an old dog some new tricks and things like that. They are now. And there's tremendous trust between the two. And that to me, and then, I'll sprinkle this in too, because I had a couple of conversations with Bo when he was working with us at TSN when they were out of the playoffs and he would come. Didn't do it this year. That was Zach Collaros this year, but, the year before it was Bo. And had a couple of conversations, and he was contemplating and, whether or not it would be his last year this in 25. And, maybe he has examined the world of TV in Canada and said, I can make X amount of money as a starting quarterback in Hamilton, or I can make this much money as an analyst / panel member. It's definitely not Tony Romo money. So yeah, maybe I'll play a couple more years in Hamilton. So it's a good fit, but good for the league that we've got two veterans playing at the top of their game, and in Trevor, in Bo, Zach as well. That's good for the league. It's good for the league to have guys like that playing at that level in that position.
Earlier this week as well, Cody Fajardo re-signs at Edmonton. But then if you listen to Ed Hervey, it sounds like Trey Ford is outbound. He is gone. Yeah. What do you think happens to Trey Ford? What do you think his next move is?
Well, he needs to find another team that will give him an opportunity to continue to learn. Again, I have emphasized many times how impressed I am with his athletic ability and just his skill set, his superpowers, his ability to escape. He'll be a great flag football player. I don't know if he makes that roster either, because it's going to be a tough roster to make depending on what Lapo does. But he needs to find a team where he can get back into the understand all that is included in being the leader of a football team. And this is not a shot, because I think he's been in the learning phase. It's not like he was a guy who just decided to become a jerk or anything like that in the locker room. He's not that guy, but he still has to learn the time investment, the leadership, that everybody's watching you all the time. Everything you do and say matters. And so you can either use that for good or for evil. And he's got to learn that. So I think getting behind a veteran in one of the clubs, maybe out east, to get a little separation from it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will say, Barney, that Cody Fajardo signing, I mean, that was probably, that had to be the priority so that they could figure out exactly what they were going to do. If Cody wasn't going to come back, then how does that change the dynamic? Not to say that Trey would have all of a sudden been vaulted back into the starting role. I think he's going to earn that over time, but and probably with another team. But how
about
they had to promise Cody, like, hey, Cody, you're our guy.
Yeah. How about Trey Ford in Montreal?
Yeah,
two young guys, or is that crazy?
Well, two young guys, but a coach that played the position in the CFL.
Yeah.
In Jason Moss. So that's where that would be the number one tutor. And then, and there's no pressure unless Davis gets hurt. Yeah. If you're Trey Ford with Davis Alexander with a hamstring injury, you're looking at, hey, if, you don't ever want a teammate to get hurt. But if you're looking at, hey, what's my best chance to probably get in a few games and prove that I can be a starter, then maybe Montreal becomes one, or even Toronto, where if Chad Kelly, depending on his situation there, right? So it takes the pressure off him becoming a starter immediately, and it also gives him a chance to learn if he's got Jason Moss. I mean, Davis will help him, no question, but Davis is still young himself.
You brought up Chad Kelly. Is there any new? Is he going to be able to come back and play? Is he still in Toronto's plans, or have they? Is he able to play football again?
Yeah, I think he will. I think Mike Miller has a great relationship with Chad, and all the other stuff aside, the issues he's had off the field, I'm sure he's come to some sort of comfort level with he and Chad discussing that back and forth. That's a personal relationship, but apparently it's a good one, and it predates the Toronto experience. So yeah, I think he, as long as he's healthy, and that's the question I know you're asking, Sharky. I haven't had an update on the injuries, on the injury, but I mean, he's going to be 2 years removed. Yeah. I mean, he's, if he can't go in training camp in day one, then his career is probably over.
Okay, and then lastly, I want to ask you, what do you think about Sankey being released in Montreal? Sounds like a ratio thing, and they some people saw it coming. Like JC Abbott thought it made sense.
Yeah. When they signed Jeffrey Canton-Arcou, who I think is just a star on the rise. I mean, he's going to be great and is Canadian. So Canton-Arcou signing, that was the writing on the wall. Sankey, boy, I'd be tempted. I mean, Jameer Thurman is the guy in Saskatchewan, so that's probably not the right fit. And Jameer has been excellent. But I'd be tempted, man. I really like Darnell Sankey. Darnell Sankey is, the Eddie Lowe, the Jameer Thurman, the Wynn McManus in Toronto, who, by the way, is a free agent as well.
Is it too tough for you to see where maybe he lands? Is it too early? If you're playing,
I think it's too early. But I think depending on the team, you probably get a good price. Like how many guys need one is the first one. I'd have to go back and look at the starters on every team. But having said that, because he was released and it's clear that Montreal is going in a different direction. Well, okay, now where does the price start? And even if you have Jameer Thurman, I mean, I don't know. I'm a big fan of a guy who has maybe the strongest voice in the locker room and has been on a team that has been to the Cup in 2 of the last 3 years. I mean, that's a leader on defense you can't overlook.
I like Thurman, but I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
I do too. And I he's the starter and he's earned it, and great leader there. And maybe that's why it's not a great fit for the Riders, and it would be for other teams. But boy, I don't think he'll be a free agent long. Let's put it that way.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Next week the bracket will be on, and then you're going to have to vote.
Yeah.
For things.
Show up for turkey.
We just had a Brussels sprouts and then butter tarts for dessert. Nominations. Pierogies, more pierogies starting to come in.
Brussels sprouts.
Well, people like their Brussels sprouts.
Nobody likes Brussels sprouts.
Love the pierogies. Love the pierogies. That what was the other thing you guys had?
Cabbage
in there?
rolls.
Some onion?
Cabbage rolls.
Oh yeah. No. That's a no.
You just haven't had the right ones. You need a nice Ukrainian lady, a nice baba.
Yeah.
Making it. But everyone's going after these sour cabbage ones.
Yeah.
Which they're popular.
Yeah.
I guess I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. I like the regular ones. We'll see how they do.
Turkey and gingerbread.
Yeah, next week on the show. Gingerbread.
You got it.
Matters. Okay. See you, Suits.
All right. Thanks, Glenn.
All right. That's press coverage of the Glen Suitor, brought to you by Bronco Plumbing and Heating, where professional service is guaranteed. They'll treat you right. Bronco Plumbing and Heating, 781-2090. If your furnace isn't working properly in the next few days, you're going to know.
Yeah. You're going to know early in the morning.
Don't just not middle of the night or come home from work.
Yeah.
You got busted pipes when it gets cold for a few days, and
yeah, don't let it get to that stage.
Bronco Plumbing and Heating, they're not going to give you the runaround either there. Okay, we'll go to break. We're still going to talk some Mandy Schwartz. We got more texts coming in on the food front.
Need some rum and eggnog. Where's that?
Not making it. It's a SportsCage streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com. The Three Down Nation is reporting the CFL closes its investigation into alleged Argonauts tampering with Riders Corey Mace. Not much being revealed there. Bo Levi Mitchell signing a 2-year deal to stay with the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Darnell Sankey being released from the Montreal Alouettes. Hockey in and around the area tonight. One game locally up NOD way. No Concessionville. The Wick Silver Foxes hosting Regina Capital, 7:45. National Football League, Week 15, Atlanta Falcons, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Sports Selects has Tampa -5 and the over-under sitting at 43.5. National Hockey League, Canadian teams in action. Leafs hosting San Jose, Montreal, and Pittsburgh. Ottawa's in Columbus. Winnipeg home to Boston. Edmonton welcomes Detroit, and Vancouver welcomes Buffalo. Tough watch if you're watching now.
I couldn't even find out a bet on it.
Sports Techer in Hour 3's for Regina Steel Craft Doors, made in Western Canada for Western Canada. You need a garage door in this weather, and I tell you, mine's acting up right now. So
really?
She's gonna be
that's not good.
Going to be a trek to Steel Craft Doors. I think I got one. I think my neighbor's going to come over and he's got one more thing to look at. And if not, it might be kaput. So
I'll be firing up the Husqvarna snow thrower tonight.
we had a good message in here. I'll read this quickly. James, who participated earlier with, so he said, he's sending a letter to, basically, read this quickly. Sending a letter to Bombers Wade Miller. They're at the Grey Cup. Him and his son were surrounded by 5 drunken hillbilly Bomber fans. We held our own. 4 guys wanted to go at the end. Emotional. They won the game. 5 minutes later, ready to go full Rob Ray on 2 guys. So he just said it was, not the greatest experience there. And I talked to the guys from Regina Plumbing and Heating.
Yep.
Ryan and Adrian this week, and they were there, and they said that Bomber fans that were around them are awesome.
It just depends where you are. And
a couple of idiots.
There's always a couple of idiots. You can find them wherever you go. I don't care what game. You can find them here at Mosaic. They can show up. So,
and then,
it's not Wade Miller's fault. But
no name on this one. Christmas Eve ribs.
Okay,
nice.
Yeah, I can do little ribs.
Christmas Day turkey. So that's a vote for turkey.
Turkey's making a comeback.
And then dessert cherry delight. I don't know how Colson's going to come up with this bracket, but what is your must-have food Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? You got to let us know. 936-6262. The Mandy Schwartz Memorial Hockey Tournament is ongoing in Wilcox, in Milestone, in Avonlea. They should use Rolo as well. Yeah, no, it's great. Joining us on the line right now, Mary Beth Challoner from Notre Dame's Director of International Hockey Programs, former U of T athletic director and Division I hockey player, Notre Dame alumni. Where did you play D1?
I didn't play D1. I played in U Sports, so I played at the University of Toronto. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And when you look at female hockey from even when you played. And I know, my friends that I grew up with in high school, and then where it is now. I don't know if there is another sport that
can celebrate that big of growth.
Like not want to say 180 almost, but where it is, and these females, you watch that U18 AAA level, Mary Beth, like they can play.
Yeah.
I think every level can play right now. It is the growth in women's hockey has been incredible to see, and I do like to see it in other women's sports as well. You've got the rugby, like women's rugby, that is just taken off. You've got professional volleyball, professional softball. You've got the soccers that have just taken off, and kind of that growth through there. But it really, the PWHL was one of the ones that that got themselves together finally. Women's hockey had a couple of goes at it, but they got themselves together, led by Jana Hefford, who happens to be a former teammate of mine, and have they found the formula, I think, and they started off with the original 6, much like they did on the NHL side, and that growth is going to be steady, but it looks solid. It looks like on a good foundation. But I think the young girls of today can now see where they can go, and they can go beyond playing at a university level. They can go beyond, that cycle of Olympic cycle and national team cycle. They can actually play this now significantly into a pro level. And I think when you see that, it's said many a times, and it's a good cliche right now, is if you can see it, you can be it. Well, girls right now in hockey can see it, and so they want to be it.
I talked to Wade about this yesterday, and female hockey and what Notre Dame is doing, recruiting and going to spread the message in Asia, in Japan.
Yeah.
Around there, what can you talk about there? Because I'm sure you've been over there and talking about, hey, here, this is what we can offer you in Notre Dame.
Oh, that's a big message, because right now in Asia, I've done 2 trips over there, and it's obviously there's a lot of growth on the men's side, and that continues to grow. But every conversation I'm in, I ask about where the girls are. Are the girls playing? Where are the leagues? How do we? What is the formula? Because their national team programs actually at the level there are. they are better than the men's. So their national team and where they sit internationally in terms of rankings are higher than the men's side. But that growth at the grassroots level is not quite there. So what I'm finding really interesting is where are they? How can we help them gain access to the sport so that it can grow and develop? And so that's what we can offer. We can offer them that opportunity, to bring hockey skills to them and help them and support them. It's really about supporting. But we talk to a lot of families, parents who are first generation hockey people. They've never been in this sport, but their kids have taken a liking to it for whatever reason. A lot of Cole McCarr and Connor McDavid fans. And that's how they've kind of accessed the sport, is through some of these international superstars. So the parents are now trying to figure it out. And so oftentimes you're going over there trying to educate the parents on the next steps and what the best pathways are. But it's really about growing the grassroots level. But for me, particularly at the women's side, I keep asking those questions and wanting to bring that to ensure that the girls have the same access as their boys do.
You've got the big tournament going on in Notre Dame and 2 surrounding communities. Obviously, lots of buzz around the arena. If somebody was going to come, where would you suggest that they show up? Whether it be one of those 3, does it matter? What can they expect at each of the 3 arenas that you're playing at?
I don't think it matters. All of the age groups are kind of rotating, and you get a glimpse at any arena that you go to. I just finished watching it's still going on. They're late in the third period. The U15s. Wow. I mean, talk about seeing it at that age group and those 13 and 14-year-olds. And they're skating way faster than I think I did at 13 and 14.
Yeah.
So it's great to see. It's great hockey, I think, to answer your question, at any of the spaces you go to, and you're going to see a variety of teams. Right now, we've got about 40 scouts, too, walking around all 3 towns and into those arenas. So it's great to see the attention. I just walked past 2 from the University of Maine. So it's great to see the attention and knowing that some of the best youth hockey is here, and that the scouts from different universities are looking at this tournament to do their scouting.
Very cool.
Okay, I got about a minute left. I got to ask you this though. I have a U13 AA girl playing. Loves the sport. Always have. And like you said, they're so good nowadays. I find it so interesting. Being a male that played the game, coached the game. My son's U15. The girls have always been easier to coach, I find, whether it's flag football or hockey, but they're so literal. Like, you tell a girl, you have to stand there, and they were playing this ball. They're standing there. Like, it doesn't matter if the puck's going whatever. I'm supposed to be here. What advice can you give me?
It's so funny because I actually coached flag football and girls hockey as well. And I think much like the boys, some of the girls do, and some of the girls really have a feel for it. They start gaining some of the knowledge and understanding that it's not literal. But yes, you have some kids that take everything literally, so you've got to figure out who those are. Yeah. And you've got to say, okay, and give them some situations. And I don't mean just stand here. It means you need to be in the space. Yeah. Or it was funny. This was a weird analogy. I don't know where it came from, but there were U11s I was coaching, and on defense, you weren't trying to have them flat at a blue line. So I was like, it's kind of like a teeter-totter. Like, if your partner is down, someone's got to go up, and then vice versa. If the puck goes around, someone's got to go down. So if you go down, someone's got to come up, and that clicked. It's kind of finding that like magic tool that clicks with them and resonates, and then they retain it and they go, oh, okay, I get it now. And then you can see them start once they gain that knowledge and understanding, they put it into practice.
That's how my wife deals with me as an educator.
I was going to say,
teeter-totter.
There are lots of people talk to me like that.
Teeter-totter. Mary Beth, thanks so much for making time. I know it was a long travel day for you, and things are so exciting, and the roads. Hopefully you don't have to travel that much. If you do, stay safe.
I'm in Wilcox. I'm good.
Yeah, right on. Thanks for doing this. Have a great weekend out there.
Thank you for having me. All the best.
Right on. Yeah, that tournament.
It's a great.
We were there last year.
We had a lot of fun there last year.
Colson brought up the point where we watched the one game and the 80 shots.
Yeah.
The one team had 80 shots, and the girl, I think she let in 8 goals.
Yeah, it was amazing, her play. Yeah. Like, she was getting pummeled, but she stood through it. So, yeah.
It's going on all weekend at the in Wilcox, Milestone, and Avonlea. Okay, so we're getting the JC Abbott interviews coming up if you missed that in hour 1. If you're listening to this in podcast form and all that, still text in. your food, because Colson's going to make the bracket tomorrow. He's going to award the hat. It's lots of stuff going on here at the Sports Cage. Drive safe out there, too. It is gross. We're streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com.